Welcome to Truth Uncompromised. I am your host, Rhonda. Join us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Truth is peace. Truth is justice and freedom to love, live, and be. Music provided by SourceVibrations.com. To the Truth Uncompromised show. I am your host, Rhonda, and tonight is Thursday, April 6th. I'm really excited tonight. We have a great show planned for you tonight. Brother Will Copprue is going to join us tonight. I'm very excited. I've been following his work over the past couple months. Somebody hit me to it, actually two people at the same time, Brother Sean, and then another brother hit me to him at the same time. So I've been listening to his videos and really loved his vibe, loved his message. And as a matter of fact, I have featured, I think either two or three things on this show on topics that he has done. So I'm really excited to have him with us tonight as we get into the topic of the goddess. So tonight will be about, we're going to explore how the goddess was knocked from her throne. She was dethroned from her position. We're going to talk about who the goddess really is and how we are in the age of returning to a matriarch society. And we're going to also discuss the role of the goddess in the spiritual realm. So I'm going to bring in Brother Will. We're not going to do news tonight because, y'all, we got a lot to cover because we didn't get to finish up last week on the underworld because we went in on other stuff. And it just so happened when I was doing the research for the underworld show last week, I'm minding my business, but that's how the spirit realm works. Running through Facebook, just normally scrolling, and then what pops up? A video that Brother Will did, and it was called "The Metaphysics Truth on Death." So I wanted to play a snippet of that last week, but we ran out of time. So I did kind of tell Brother Will that I did want us to start out with that so we can go in on the underworld. I really want the family to get a clear understanding of what the underworld is, and then we're going to move into the goddess topic. So let me bring on Brother Will. Let me see, brother. Brother, do me a favor because we have a lot of calls in the queue. Press 1 on your phone for me, and that's going to put you at the top of the queue. Okay, I see you. I'm going to bring you on. Before I do that, I'm going to bring on Brother Sean, and then we're going to get it popping. Don't see Brother Wendell yet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me bring on Brother Sean first, and then we're going to bring you in, Brother Will. Hey, Brother Sean,
Greetings,
is that
beloved.
you? Greetings.
Yes,
How are you tonight?
All right, yourself?
I'm good. I'm excited to chop it up with the brother and the rest of the family. So I'm really excited about tonight's show. So let me bring brother in because I know we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. So here we go. All right, Brother Will, I'm about to open your line. Greetings, brother. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, everything and nothing at the same time. I know you know what that means. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just ready to dive on in this thing. Y'all hear me good? Y'all can hear me well?
I hear you well,
bro.
beloved.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay. So thank you for joining us. So now, if you don't mind, I last week I tried my best that I could to finish up the underworld, but we kind of got into some other discussions. There go Brother Wendell. Let me bring him in. He's also another co-host. So let me bring in Brother Wendell.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brother Wendell, how you doing?
What's happening? What's happening? Like a sack of beans.
That's what you eating tonight.
I got a rolling.
Okay, well, I'm not sure when you jumped on, but we have Brother Will on the line. He's our special guest tonight, and then Brother Sean's on also.
How y'all brothers doing? Peace, family, peace. Yeah, how's it going, Brother Wendell? Yeah, I'm all right, man. I can feel like a sack of beans.
So, what we're going to do, Brother Wendell, because we got so much stuff to cover, we're not going to go into the news tonight because I have a couple follow-up items. So we're going to jump right into just the last portion of the underworld. Actually, Brother Will had a video that I wanted to share with the family. So, Brother Will, I'm going to play that clip, and then we're going to come back and chop it up and kind of sum up the underworld. Now, this is your video. I know you put out so many videos, but you titled this one, The Metaphysical Truth on Death. Let me find it. This doggone list. All right, so this is going to be about 19 minutes, y'all, but it's fire, I'm telling you. And so let me play it. Here we go.
All right, fam. Let's go ahead on and touch on a couple things real quick. Hopefully this is not too long, but y'all know how I get when I start cursing motherfuckers out. You know, y'all, you know, for the ones who have been checking me out, y'all know how I get down. Okay, it's just that New Orleans in me. I can't help it. So, let me first touch on this. Okay, this is something I asked some people yesterday. Okay, I posed this question. I say, if I was a egotistical, a woman-hating, power-hungry, everything. If I was just a total evil, money-hungry, power-hungry, egotistical white man. Okay? What if I was this white man? Okay? All right? And me being this particular cat, you know, this crazy type of being, okay? If I was this person and I took a trip to Kemet and with my people, we were able to break into these pyramids and check out all of this information that the world has no idea about, okay? Then I see the people that's on these walls, okay, and when I'm decoding this stuff on these walls, okay, when I'm decoding these stuff on these walls, and then I see these people, these brown, light brown, dark brown, you know, many different shades of brown people, and then I find out that these people are damn near, or they superheroes, they gods, they supreme entities, they aliens. Okay? So what in the hell would I do if I was to find out that all of these melanated people are supreme beings of the universe, but they have no idea that they are these beings? They have no clue of the power within that brown body, that brown flesh. What would I do if I was this white man? You know, power hungry, egotistical, wanting to rule the world, and all of this stuff. What would I do? Okay, I asked this question to some people. The reason being I asked this question is because I'm trying to get you to think, okay, from a white man's perspective. Okay, I'm trying to get you to think from a white man's a power hungry, okay, money hungry, okay, white man who wants to rule the world. I'm trying to make you think on that particular level, even though I know many of us can't think like that. Okay, what would you do if you was this white man? Okay, all right. Would you bring the information to the public? You know, would you let's say let these brown people know who they are? Well, obviously we know all that's a lie, right? So think about this. This white man, so hungry, what makes you think? See, our problem is we think the white man nice. We think him our friend. I love him, Mr. Nice Man. He nice. You know, I love me some him. Yes, sir, master. I don't think he'll do nothing like that to me because I shine him shoes. He learned me stuff every day. That's black people when we think of the white man. When we think of this energy, okay, of a white man that was put before us. This is what we think, okay? We don't look at him from the standpoint of he will do anything in his power to keep you from not thinking that you are this supreme being. Why in the hell would this power-hungry guy do this? So I asked people this question. Okay, this is about the earth, and I'm going to throw some other stuff in there as well. What makes you think that this white man would give you the truth about the planetary system? What gives you the idea that this white man is giving you truth? What gives you that idea? Man, then people, Christopher Columbus thought the world was flat and all this shit, Did you or did you not learn that the earth was round in school? Who created this school system? Who gave you this school system? Okay? Over 90% of us was in this westernized school system created by the same guy who saw on those walls that these melanated people were supreme beings of the universe, of many universes. So what makes you think in your mind that he give you the truth about the planetary system? I really just want you to think about this. What makes you think he's that nice? You really think he care about you like that? This man is trying to rule you. This man is trying to make you forget who the hell you are, but yet and still, you holding on. No, I'm going to hold on, don't go nowhere. You know, I know everything in the system ain't messed up. I know everything in the system not messed up, but let me hold on. I got to hold on to something. I love the white man about that much. That's the reason why I got to hold on to stuff. I got to hold on to it. But yet and still, in Kemet, okay, while we getting all happy, okay, about our masters, bachelors, so forth and so on, okay, we think that's the cream of the crop. But in Kemet, you had to get 33 degrees to get out of what we call school or the mystery systems in Kemet. You had to achieve 33 levels to get out of school, to graduate, so to speak. And you mean to tell me you think this white man is giving you this information? How stupid are you? How ignorant are you to believe that he's sitting up here giving you all the information you need? Y'all don't get it? He wrote the book on the round earth. He wrote the book on this shit. You was in kindergarten learning that the earth was round, man. You was in kindergarten learning this shit. And you mean to tell me you didn't learn this shit in school? I guarantee you can go into every classroom in every elementary school today, and they're going to have a globe in that classroom spinning around, one of them spinning ass globes. I guarantee that. So what makes you think in your mind that this man gave you the correct information? Okay? This man understands on those walls as well. He saw that one day, these beings were going to take over me one day. They were going to conquer me one day. This is prophecy all over the world, just like I did on the back of that dollar yesterday. If you saw the video that I did about Untold Kemet Secrets, Phase 2, where I actually broke down the dollar, where the dollar is actually prophecy, where I talk about a new people is about to arise, the new world order, which is the Christ being. In the Bible, it says Jesus Christ is the cornerstone, okay, which the cornerstone on top of the pyramid is the third eye, which is your third eye. So the new people is the beings within these physical bodies. We are the new world order. So you mean to tell me this white man who hate you, can't stand you, you mean to tell me he gonna give you correct information? This is what you're saying? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't give you too much. Jesus was the only lie. You mean to tell me this man gave you an image of a God, and you seriously think he's going to give you the truth about the planetary system? Do you get that shit? Do you get how ignorant we sound when we defend the things that we learn in the westernized system, especially melanated people? And you know what? I'm not talking about everybody, because we know we got some people out there, our Christian family, religious family, so forth and so on. This is not y'all fight. Okay? All right? I understand it. This is not y'all fight. Shit, y'all don't want to fight this shit anyway. Y'all love the white man. It is what it is. But it's these fucking niggas. It's these super niggas. These fucking hat wearing niggas with the fucking tassel and shit. Okay? These supreme niggas. I didn't learn 10 more words, and I didn't learn words this fucking long. That means I'm something now. I'm a superhero because I done read 10 books. Fuck out of here. Don't know shit about tapping into this realm, but you could tell me, you can give me a damn 14-letter word. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Come on, man. I'm trying to get you out of the understanding that this system put you, okay, put your intelligence or your whole being in the lowest state ever. This is what happened. This westernized school system put you in the lowest state ever. Do you understand? In Kemet, we was graduating, or so-called, as we know it today, graduation. We were graduating from regular school at 40 years old, 40 years of age. We had to be in school 40 years to get this supreme understanding of truth. But you think you graduating at the age of 17, 16, 18 mean that you got something? You really think that? You spent a few years in school and you got something now? You smarter than the average bear? Come on, man. We got to get out of our own ignorance. Okay? I'm gonna throw you some stuff here. You know, something that I bought out. Well, actually, I didn't bring this out. Okay? But I'm gonna show you this. Okay? And like I said, I do this spirit realm work. Okay? This is what I do. Okay? I teach people to do it because that's what we're supposed to be doing right now. Getting the info from the realm. If you're scared, okay, that's on you. There's always a church somewhere for you to go to. Okay? Get there. They're probably singing Amazing Grace right now. Okay? All right? So now I'm gonna give you this and show you a couple little things real quick. Just to give you an understanding of what's happening. Of course, this is backwards. I'm more than sure. Okay? Y'all know this symbol right here. Y'all know this symbol, and y'all know this symbol. Okay? Y'all know these symbols. All right? Now, you have this symbol right here, okay, which is shell. Okay, y'all know the shell, you know, that everybody get their gas from, right? Okay? Now, this what you don't know about shell. If I was to draw a line right here, okay, what this is off the walls of Kemet, okay, put there by Ramses III, okay, right around about 3,900 years ago, something like that. This piece right here is a carpet. This right here is the sun. We used to lay on a carpet and praise the sun. This is the shell sign. So before you say Muslim or Islam and all of that type of stuff, it come out of Kemet, man. We used to understand that the sun was in us. So we had that ultimate connection. Okay? We used to go outside with our carpet and pray. Okay? Pray to ourselves and pray to the sun, okay, which also is within us, which is melanin. Okay? Now, down here you have the Chevy symbol. Okay? Now, this Chevy symbol, don't it look like a cross? Okay? The Chevy symbol, once again, was only a symbol of the body. The body is the cross. Okay? Like I always say, if you stand up, put your feet together, stick your arms out, you have a cross. Okay? That's what the Chevy symbol is. That's all it is. This come off the walls of Kemet. Right? Okay? Comes off the walls of Kemet. And what I'm about to give you on this earth thing comes strictly off the walls of Kemet. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this. This flat earth thing has been real busy lately. Real busy. Okay? I'm going to post a video on my page. A video somebody tagged me in. And they completely debunked the whole round earth thing by using common sense. They use common sense like a motherfucker. Oh, and for more of those symbols, I got Untold Secrets of Kemet Phase 1 okay, which is part 1 and a part 2 to that. Okay, so I got the Mercedes symbol, the infinity symbol, the car symbol, Mercedes, Lexus, Toyota, all of that stuff. I got all of that stuff on the first one. Okay, so check that thing out. Okay, and I give a breakdown on that, and I also give a breakdown on the chakras, which you think are planets. Once again, what makes you think that this European in his westernized school system is going to give you the truth about a planetary system? What makes you think this? What makes you think you so important that he's actually going to feed you truth in school? Do you understand in Kemet at the age of I think Spirit was like at 12 or 13 years old, we were studying trigonometry and all of that kind of mathematics, okay, at 12 years old. But at 12 years old in elementary school, you still doing 2 + 2 is 4? You kidding me? But, I'm sorry. He teach y'all all this good stuff. I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't want to talk about y'all right, man. I forgot how much y'all love him. I forgot about that. I love my man. Look, that white man gave me a job. He took care of my family. I love Mr. White.
Okay. I think, brother, I grabbed the wrong video. I didn't want to stop it. I walked away. So let me open back up, Brother Wendell. I really wanted to hit on the concept of what really is the underworld, although that was great information. Okay, Brother Wendell, you back. Sorry about that. I was getting background noise. So, okay, Brother Will, I probably grabbed the wrong video, although my videos have been mysteriously changing.
That's how spirit works, though. That's how spirit works. Somebody needs to hear that.
Yeah, and we covered the whole flat earth topic. So I apologize for that, family. So that was a very good point. But you had a video, and I don't know what the hell happened to it. I literally uploaded it last week for last week's show.
I'll touch on it.
Yeah.
I'll touch on it if you want me to, as far as the underworld. Okay, just let you want me to go dive on in?
Absolutely. Dive right in. Okay. I want you to give the family what is the concept of the underworld and how does it pertain to us?
Well, first and foremost, we really have to understand teachings, okay? And when I mean teachings, I'm talking about where did this stuff come from, okay? Anytime the European don't understand something or want you to run away from something, he makes it look like is evil or is scary, so you can try to stay away from it. So it's actually the European came up with the concept of the underworld, and we went with it. Okay.
Wow.
Now, when he started tapping in, because see, this is the thing right here. Okay. While we trying to read 40 damn books, the European have his own people that's tapping into the spirit realm for him, finding out little stuff here and there. Okay. But the thing about it is, when they went to certain places spiritually, okay, they went to dark places, okay, and by them going to dark places, they figured that was some kind of underworld, okay, and then they were looking at it like it was under the ground, okay. Like it's not a place within the body, within the physical body, because that's what the universe is. If the kingdom of God is within you, we have no business looking outside of the body for anything.
That's right.
So, when we talk about this so-called underworld from the European, what he saw was the first dimension. And when we talk about the first dimension, it's dark. Okay, you have all kind of different entities in this particular dimension. I've been there a few times. I've seen a couple of things. They got a movie called The Black Woman. No, I was saying this movie. The Woman in Black. Okay, it's about a woman. She was killed, and and she came back to haunt the city. Now, this particular woman, okay, this spirit, she's in the first dimension. Okay, the so-called where the European get all the Grim Reaper stuff from. Okay, where he can make a movie where the Grim Reaper come with the hood on and a tall ass hook stick in his hand. Okay, all that comes from the first dimension, and that particular person is actually Aleister Crowley. Okay, you can research him. He died back in the 40s. Okay, so he is the Grim Reaper. Me and that motherfucker had a couple, little conversations and shit. But and then where they get the so-called Baphomet. Okay, now my man Bobby Hemmett break that down about the Baphomet.
Yeah,
the
very
Baphomet
well.
represent the perfect black man, and and all of this type of stuff during that particular time. But the Baphomet, or the guy Pan, okay, he is down there, okay, or he's actually androgynous. So it is down there in that particular first dimension, and I've had some meetings with him and his crazy ass. So it's a bunch of beings in this particular dimension where the white man called the underworld. Okay, see, a lot of people embellish this thing. A lot of people take this stuff and go create their own shit. Okay, there's this going on, and then you tell you watch movies like Spawn. Okay, which that's our shit too if you watch that particular movie. But there's parts in that movie where these beings are at war and things of that nature. See, there's certain things spiritually that every time someone taps in, some entity always have an eyeball on them. Okay, so they can make you see whatever it is they want you to see. See, because we so caught up in this physical 9 to 5, got to do this, got to do that, got to see what's going on Friday, what club we going to, and all this shit. We don't know nothing about this.
Right.
Okay, it's times where I tap in and I'm thinking I'm getting one thing, and then a couple of days later it'll be something totally different. And then I start asking the realm, like, what the hell was that? Well, that was just something we was trying to drop on you so you could bring that to the people, but we wanted you to flip it a little bit. There's always something else going on. And then you got to look at it from this particular standpoint. If you're not vibrating on a high level spiritually, you're not going to higher realms anyway.
Right.
So when your ass tap in, or at least try to tap in, you're going to go whatever dimension you vibrate on. So immediately, because he saw darkness, he called it the underworld, the European.
So let me ask you this, because last week we had got into, where are we actually, quote, when you go to the underworld? And when I started researching the topic, I was shocked to find out, just as you mentioned, that, the Book of the Dead, or they were actually just spells that were written by, quote, the high priest for folks to navigate through the underworld, and they're basically getting permission from these other beings to navigate through the different doors in the underworld. So the question came up because, a couple of us had came to the conclusion when we say underworld, like you said, that it's a lower dimension, and it's a lower dimension in this particular realm. So meaning we're not going outside of this realm per se. You're still, within the quote matrix. I'll put it that way.
Now, let me give you this. You're outside of the matrix. See, this is where it comes in to where, you have some people out there who say stuff like, man, that chakra stuff, man, that stuff not for us, man. That stuff comes from the Hindu people and all of this type of stuff. Okay, where I actually saw, okay, it was a carving of the particular god or divine being, Osiris, and he had 7 circles going down his body. Okay, this is where the European get the circle globe from. When you saw the heart chakra, okay, the word earth is just a misspelled word, heart. Anyway, every one of those chakras is universes.
Right.
Okay, so the underworld exists within the root chakra.
Okay, so the lower chakra.
So the physical body, okay, is actually its own universe. Okay, so depending on how you vibrating and what level you on spiritually is where you can go to. Okay, and this is where you get the movie Jupiter Ascending. Okay, the planet Jupiter, okay, which is nothing but your solar plexus. Okay, because there is no planets above the clouds. Okay, which is your solar plexus, and this way you get that. And see, the European know this shit. This is why he named the movie Jupiter Ascending, because what is Jupiter ascending to? You're ascending over and in the heart chakra, which is right up underneath it. Okay, when my mother transitioned, that's where she went to Jupiter. Okay, many of my people, okay, who was Christians and stuff, went to Jupiter. Okay, and it was crazy, but because of my watching Bobby for the last 4 years, and then I was teaching other people. When I started getting my own information, my mother and them was hearing this stuff. So it's crazy that I actually helped my mama rise to the heart chakra, talking to other people. See, when we are speaking truth to each other, okay, the spirit realm can hit it.
Yep.
Okay, so I've actually taught right now probably around about 1,000 people spiritually, okay, and a whole bunch more, physically. But it's crazy because I didn't know this until my mother and them started coming through. It was like, you taught us a whole lot, and it helped us rise because of the information.
Well, now,
so it's the chakras that's
sorry,
everything.
go ahead.
Now, I'm just saying, it's the chakras that's everything. Go ahead.
And I didn't mean to cut you off by no means. I apologize, because I'm remembering back to the death video, and I dropped it in the chat room, family, and I also dropped the correct version on the Truth Uncompromised page. It's awesome. Okay, so I remember in that video, you gave me confirmation of something, because when my father, the man who raised me, he wasn't my father biologically, but he really was, because he raised me. So when he transitioned, he would come to me all the time, or I would go visit him. And one time I went and visited him, and I told him, now you know that you are in school, so you need to be learning all what you didn't get while you were, with us. This is your opportunity to learn and soar. And I could see him just as clear as day. We were sitting at this table, and he was sitting across from me. And he said, yeah, I am going to different classes. Learning. I said, okay, then. I'm really proud of you. Stick with it. I had never told anybody that. But then when I listened to your video, when you said that, folks that transition, they're still learning, they're still in school, I'm like, damn. I know exactly what he's talking about because I personally experienced that. So, a big shout out for you on that, because you confirmed something for me regarding death and, what we are doing when we are in that different realm. So I appreciate that.
Wow, confirmation.
Yeah, you confirmed. And that's why I pulled that video that mysteriously turned into something else, but whatever. But family, I dropped the video for you on the underworld that he gave a very, very good drop on it. So. Okay, so Brother Wendell, Brother Sean, did you all have anything else you wanted to put on the underworld? Any questions you want to ask Brother Will before we move into the goddess?
I'm good.
Okay.
Basically, it was confirmation. Because remember the guy that called in last week that said he wound up someplace scary? It was him tapping off into a lower dimension.
Right. And I remember you making that comment, and when he was on, I kind of was asking him all these questions because I was trying to figure out for sure where he was, and he didn't give me any indications that he was in a higher realm based on the description he gave me. So I figured he was somewhere, what they call, quote, quote, the underworld, in a lower dimension per se. So, yeah.
Below the heart chakra.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, because we went into last week, one particular European cat, he had a lot of Christian background, but he did a lot of work on the underworld and going through these different houses and seeing all of these people in torture and not doing the right thing. So you automatically knew that what he was describing was lower dimension, and that's where people got stuck. So where you got stuck is, or like you said, the level that you're vibrating at is where you can particularly go. But when you balance those chakras, you can go through all of those realms, and you'll start to recognize it.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now let me add that, because people don't understand what it means by chakra balancing. Okay. People think because if you go sit in yoga or you sit in the sun all day, your chakras are going to be a certain way. Now, see, once again, that's European teachings. Okay? The only way all 7 of your chakras open up is if you receive spiritual information. The information, see, this is the thing. When you come out the womb, the soul, okay, which you are, is dormant. Okay? All right? But until that soul starts to receive certain information to remember who it is, okay, the chakras are going to stay locked. I don't care how much training you do. I don't care how much sun gazing. I don't care what you do. Okay, so all these so-called yoga masters and all of these people, okay, sitting up there selling classes for $2,000 an hour, okay, is lying to you motherfuckers. Okay? All right? Because I done had a conversation with a few of them. As soon as I start talking that shit, all of a sudden they're like, okay, man, you some other place. But I'm like, hold on, you're supposed to be where I'm at.
Exactly.
Okay? How come you not getting down with all these goddesses and stuff like that? I thought Bobby Hemmett was like, whoa, when he was talking about he having sex with goddesses in the spirit realm. I'm like, oh shit. Okay? but the last 8 months, shoot, it's on a whole nother level. I'm able to leave my body and go get down. Okay? So if you on this particular level, you should understand every goddamn thing I'm saying. So why you not?
True that.
Okay? So a lot of these cats, all that shit is European information. We have to understand. Okay? All right? The people with the most money can create all the books. They create the school system and every goddamn thing else. Okay? Remember this. There's more so-called conscious white people than black. Okay? We always have to understand that. So they're going to have the more info coming out to the people. Okay? And a lot of us wind up following the European teaching. So until you get the spiritual information, okay, the spiritual knowledge, your chakras ain't going to do shit but just sit there.
True that. And, those of us that are, going through the spiritual growth, you'll start to enter and understand what he's saying. And, you know, like me just simply listening to that video, and he confirmed with me about when you pass to the other realm, you're still learning and growing. And I already knew that you could you could really communicate with anybody you want to. You know, I'm going to go back to my if you are who you say you are. So he confirmed that for me, just like Sis came on last week, and we were talking about the higher realm or the higher dimension, and we pretty much described the same thing. So, you know, I do want to put out there what I don't want anybody to think on this show that, you know, I'm getting on a high horse, or anybody else for that matter is getting on a high horse, because at the end of the day, spiritual growth is individual. You have to go within. And, you know, I can't give it to you. Brother Will can't give it to you. Nobody can give it to you. All we could do is share with you what we've learned, whether it be through Bobby Hammett, you know, Dr. Dilbert Blair, any of our other ancestors and master teachers. But even with that information, you still have to take it, you have to digest it, and God damn it, at the end of the day, you have to experience it. That's how you know you're growing spiritually, because you experience it. So let's be clear. I ain't sitting up here talking about I'm better than anybody, because we are all God. But it is it's your journey, your level of where you are. It's inside of you. So I'll step down off of my soapbox. So if nobody else has anything else about the underworld, we'll get into the goddess topic tonight. Okay. Alrighty, so as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, the goddess topic tonight, we want to explore how the woman was dethroned from her position, and specifically what we need to enter and understand, especially those of us that are into spirituality, you're into making you the best that you can be. You have to know what age that we are moving into. I already think we're there personally. I think we're at the beginning of it. We are returning to a matriarch society, okay? So we're going to talk about that as well, and we're going to talk about how the matriarch, or the woman, also is very, very powerful in the spiritual realm. So just a couple points here to give to the family, and a lot of you probably know this, but this is just something to put on your mind. If you look at some of the famous women that they throw at us today, and this third dimensional male-dominated patriarch society, let's take Mary Magdalene for instance, which I don't believe none of that shit they talking about anyway, but I'm just going to throw back at them what the hell they've been teaching and they still teaching, okay? So you have the official version of the Bible that Mary Magdalene was really a prostitute who, quote, quote, wind up listening to Jesus's word, and basically followed him around. Okay, now you have other texts that claim that she was indeed his wife. Okay, but either way, she served a servant role to, quote, quote, Jesus. Okay, then we look at the whole Christian religion, and other religions take on this philosophy as well of the Trinity, where it's Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Nowhere is the woman, I take that back. Now, this is just my take. What the motherfuckers did was the Holy Ghost, they masked really as the woman. Okay, that's my take on it. But to the rest of the world, the woman was totally erased. Although you go to some of the other texts, and we know that the original Trinity was the family unit. And some also say that the original Trinity, you can equate that to your body. Okay, and then I started looking back at other things. When you go to some of the African spirituality, you know, they had powerful goddesses that they mentioned. And one in particular, when I was a young girl, I never knew why this character resonated with me. And it was the character of Medusa. Okay. Now, Medusa in mythology is this being with the snake for hair, right? And I never forget this clear as day. I was fascinated. I'm like, she had snake for hair, and in her body, she had a woman's body, but then it was like snake-like at the end. And I was just fascinated as a child because, of course, they painted Medusa as this evil, bad witch, okay? But she had all the goddamn power, okay? So I never knew why Medusa resonated with me, but if you go back to African spirituality, she was a powerful goddess, and the snakes in her goddamn head was actually her locks, okay? So
now,
that
see,
when
let me
go ahead, put something on that.
If you don't mind. See,
Absolutely.
when you start talking about Medusa, see the Hindu culture, okay? The Hindu culture where the deities are blue-black.
Yes.
Okay? Now all of that's ours. Now, the very basis of Medusa is a goddess by the name of Kali. Kali. Okay.
Yep.
She's a goddess. She got a whole bunch of arms. Okay.
Yep.
And if you call on her to take care of a problem, don't get mad when the person she took care of wind up in about 15 pieces. Okay. So that I'm just saying she don't play no games. And yes, she do have locks in her hair as well. But that's the basis of Medusa. Of course, you know how to do it. Take stuff and change it up and do that. But go ahead. You guys want to?
Yeah. And speaking of that, because Kali showed up a lot. Also, when I was doing the research on the underworld, and for those of you that are online, the pictures that are rotating in the promo, there is actually a picture of Kali kicking ass as she does. And these are energies, people. Okay, so let's be clear, they're energies. Okay, but I was thinking, do you think that the state of California was somehow a derivative of Cali? Because you know it is said that California was named after an African goddess, Kali, and they were saying Cali, but it could have been that it was also Kali.
You gotta understand this too. Is about how we put things in perspective. When we start talking about these particular beings, okay. You know, when we say stuff like African person or you know, she's not physical. So she can't be African. So that's number one. I just want you to kind of understand that particular understanding. But her, the things I get that could be possible that they did do that. Okay. I'm getting that. Is it? Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting because that popped in my head when I saw that. I said, "Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead on, brother." When I said, "Damn," I wonder if that's where they did that. Go ahead on.
California was named after Khalifa.
Who is? But what? Where was her?
She was supposedly African.
Okay.
That was more of a physical. That was just a queen.
Yeah.
Well, we know all these physical beings are nothing but manifestations or aspects of the spiritual being.
Right, no doubt. But at the same time, we don't. Many of us don't know who we are spiritually, as far as these particular names go.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
that's correct.
When we bring down these particular, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. See, what we have to do is kind of put ourselves on that 40-year journey to find out exactly who we are in the spiritual world.
Oh yeah, like I say, you know,
they did a name, they did a job with the name thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And see, I wanted to touch on too what you were talking about, Queen, about the the goddess thing. See, the European, he know all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very well.
And everything. See, Christianity is not the big dog in the race. Catholic is the big dog in the race.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when you look at the word Catholic, you get Catholic or cat, holic or cat holy, the holy cat, which that cat is the Kemetic goddess Beset. Okay, so even in the name, they worshiping the melanated goddess. Okay, and this is the reason why in the church they worship the Black Madonna and Child, which is the goddess I said. So and then they got the pineal gland sitting in front of the church. So so you got to understand this. They know and they are doing it. They are getting down with the shit that we need to get down with, but we get so caught up, okay, and we start to hate religion so much. But you got to start being a detective, okay?
Right?
You have to get to a point to where you want to go back in it and see what the hell going on inside of it, and what I can take from it, and use it. Okay, so when you start going back to the Catholics and everything they do, all the way to the way they dress, come out of Kemet. So you can't just take it and throw it away and that's it. And I'm going to do this. You know, you have to be open and start to grasp everything. Okay, if you want to get this completion of information that's out here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Very good point. A couple of points. I thank you for reminding me that, me saying African goddess, that what we have to enter and understand is that all of these different beings / energies, they cross across multiple cultures. Okay, but it be the same thing. And, Brother Wendell, when we were studying in the Lost Book of Enki, we saw the same type of thing. So, but once you start studying or whatever, you'll start picking that up because you'll learn the traits of the particular energies or whatever, the stories, and then you'll say, oh, okay, this is really such and so. Okay, now I get it. So thank you for bringing back that point. Now, the other thing, thank you for putting out there to the family when you said, that the Catholic Church is getting down with the spiritual side. They do it in plain sight, hidden in plain sight. But here's the thing, family, and once I really start to spiritually grow and I became confident within myself, because once I let the fear go, then that's when I started to kick ass. We're really learning, not only learning, but knowing, okay? So when you see some shit in front of you, what they want the world to see, you looking at it with your true eye, that third eye, that pineal gland, and you like, oh, that's some bullshit. You really saying X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. I get where you're going with that. You're not slick. So thank you for bringing that to the family's attention also, because all of the religions, all of them take aspects from the true stuff, the spiritual world. Some people call it dark side. Every last one of them, I guarantee you. You know why? That's how the fuck they have people under a spell. They using the exact same science. So thank you for that. Okay, I'm done. Okay, so we talked about how the goddess was, how she is depicted. We know how we are currently in a patriarch society. Now, I've heard several theories on how we got there, got where we were, because I truly believe that we are the beginning stages of the matriarch society. But how we got to the patriarch society, I'll give you a couple of versions. Okay. One of the versions that I heard in the physical, because we're going to deal with the physical, we're going to deal with the spiritual, and then we'll try to tie the two of them together. Now, from the physical aspect, I've heard many versions say that basically the woman pretty much gave over her power and her position to the men, and this was through marriage, allowing men to take those positions of rulership, and her particular position was pretty much hijacked, and it came to the point where she was put as the lesser lower being there to serve the male, and hence it turned into a matriarch. A patriarch society. Okay, so you can go back to a lot of cultures or whatever where the woman, for the most part, held the wealth. And in some cultures, it's still that today. And if you think about it, let's say marriage, for instance, how even in this particular nation, how we are supposed to get married. Now, I know melanated people, we do some bootleg shit, and that's okay. We do what we do. You know, me personally, go to the courthouse, do your thing. But supposedly, traditionally, how it's supposed to be done is that all of the cost of the wedding and all of that is supposed to be on the bride's family. Okay, so that kind of, to me, goes back to the idea of that the woman particularly held the wealth. Okay, so now that's on the physical side. We had women that ruled nations. They had their own kingdoms, and they appointed males into certain positions. And typically those positions, of course, was like the protector, war, and all of that. Some of them sat on the governing boards, et cetera, but at the end of the day, the seat of the power was held with her. Now, we still see the same structure, just to show you how the shit is still in our face in plain sight, because that's the same structure that the UK uses, where their queen holds that seat of power. Okay, so now that's on the physical level. Now it is said on the spiritual level, this is going to trip y'all out, and we're going to get into that into some videos if we have time. On the spiritual level, it is said that there was, let's start with on the spiritual realm, before this realm was even created. And we've been talking about this a lot, and hopefully those that this concept is new to you, you'll do a little bit more research, and hopefully you'll start to know yourself enough to know you are more than this physical realm. You're just a God experiencing this physical realm. You existed before this realm, outside of this realm, okay? So it was said that prior to this physical realm, when we were all in the spiritual realm, there was no concept of male/female. It was almost like an androgynous. It just is. Okay? So now some say that this androgynous being wanted to split their nature, the yin and the yang, the male and the female, to create these separate beings per se, or concept of male and female. Okay? Some say that it was always female, and the female had the ability, and biologically the female does have this ability, and hopefully we'll get a chance to get into that tonight, of birthing without a male. Okay? So out of the matriarch came the male. Okay? And then from that point on, something happened where once we got into the physical, I started experiencing, it was a power shift, and the male shifted it around, and the female was dethroned, and then that's how we came to a Patriarch Society. So I'm going to pause. I know I put a lot out there on those theories to allow Brother Will to give his take on it, and then we'll go down the line with Brother Wendell, Brother Sean.
All right. Well, spiritually, let's talk spiritually.
Okay.
First and foremost, when we start talking about the androgynous, okay? Yes, and the androgynous, the prime creator. The prime creator is female male. Okay? And you can watch the movie, most people call her Sophia. Okay? And if you watch the movie Max Steel, okay, with the little white boy, he's playing a Heru character. And this particular ancient deity, Heru or Hippocrates, he is the male energy. Okay? Now, people come up with the whole thing about, it was a war going on and this and no. It was never none of that. Okay? All right? When the prime creator came about, the prime creator gave love, gave wisdom, gave respect. Okay? And after that came another being, which was a female male, and this how you get, if you want to give a name, the god Sebek in the Kemetic culture, and the goddess Enit. This is a one being that splits. Okay, there can always be one. Okay, when I'm doing my thing in the realm, okay, there's many times where two goddesses can be one. When I'm sitting down with the goddess Tefnut Noshun, they become one many, many times. So it's nothing for beings to become one energy. Okay? After that you have the elder. You have the elder, and this is the beginning what I'm talking about. You have the elder Greek. You have the elder Greek goddess and Greek energy. Okay, which is the elder god, the elder father god Kronos, and then you have the elder goddess, which is the goddess Nike, or spelled like the word Nike. Okay, which I'll teach the people how to set up an altar to. That was one being, and it split to the male female. And then after that, and that's when you have the Asar, which is the elder Kemetic father and mother, or mother and father.
Okay.
Now, what wound up happening? Okay, going back into this physical. Okay, love was always the standard. Okay, love was the standard. Okay, and people not going to like this because I'm going to tell you this shit now. People not going to like what I'm about to say. So,
well, that's okay.
We created the physical to have spiritual, to have human experiences. Why did we create this? Okay, because before all we did was create galaxies. That's it. That's all we did was just create galaxies. Okay, it really wasn't no culture. Really wasn't no fun going on. when we started to when the goddess Tefnut created the spiritual earth, and then her son Geb made it physical. Okay, we started to have these experiences, and because we had these experiences, that made us more powerful deities when we left these bodies, because we took that human experience with us and became greater beings. So now when you go into the realm, okay, it's nothing to go sit down at a Heavy D concert, okay? But before that, we didn't have none of this, okay? So the physical had to happen, okay? And now the spirit realm is even greater from that. Now we got the OJs. Now we got, all kind of stuff that was pulled from the physical. Now, when you get down to the goddesses, when the physical first started, okay, and the Bible touch on this, okay, the word Genesis, okay, the word Genesis, you get Genesis or Gene Isis or the genealogy of the goddess Isis, okay. She was the first being on the physical earth, okay, and what she did, she used the dirt off the ground and covered herself, and that dirt was actually the ashes of the Titans. Okay, so all of us are actually Titans. Go watch the movie Percy Jackson and see what I'm talking about. Now, they put all this shit on movies because they know, okay, when they went in them damn pyramids, and then when they came out, they blew up the doors, the entrances, to make sure nobody can go in. And that's why I tell people, movies will give you more than a book will ever do.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they giving you the exact. The books come from a nigga who think they know something. The movie's going to give you every single thing there is. On the end of the movie, X-Men Apocalypse. Right before that God died, Jean Grey, he looked up at her and he said, all will be revealed. She was the only one that can kill him. Okay, so I'm going to get into that too, because that's even in the Bible talking about this divine feminine. So what happened was, this matriarchal system was put in place over 60 million years ago here in the physical, okay, by this particular goddess, Isis, okay, and this is the reason why the European named this so-called terror group
Exactly.
Okay, so every time when you research ISIS, that bullshit come up with them niggas go to war on a damn green screen, okay?
Right.
Okay, the damn ISIS soldiers is just like fucking Mark Wahlberg and Denzel, and them niggas is great American actors.
Right.
That's
and to me, it was subliminal for a war on the feminine. But I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead on.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want you to understand the feminine energy. So like I said, for the last up until 2,000 years ago to plus million years ago, this is when the matriarch system was in. Now, we went to sleep twice. There's stories about black people going to sleep. We went to sleep the first time about 500 years ago, when we started this not knowing who the hell we are. Okay. Now, 100,000 years ago, we went to sleep the first time. Let me give you this particular understanding. The pineal, okay, is a brain. It is not a gland. Okay? It is a brain. And we did not, I repeat, we did not have the two-sided brain until 100,000 years ago.
Wow.
Okay? The two-sided brain is the bullshit. Okay? I have not used my two-sided brain in a year. I have been vibrating on my pineal for the last year. Okay? That shit don't exist. That is the matrix. You have to defeat the two-sided brain. Okay? That's the name of this game. So what wound up happening, we went to sleep. Okay? And these so-called gray aliens, okay, once again, go watch the movie, Jupiter Ascending. They're right there in the fucking movie. The European, he's showing you this shit. So they gave us these two-sided brains. Now, I want you to understand this. Why do we point in the middle of our heads, okay, for the third eye? Okay, because the pineal is directly in the middle, right? So when they put those two-sided brains, they what they did was they enclosed or trapped the pineal. with that bullshit brain. Okay, and they tell you only use 10% of it because the pineal gland is actually in a 90-degree angle. Okay, and the 10%, that's where they get that particular understanding from. Okay, so what these grays did, okay, when we went to sleep, they're spiritual entities. So they put these things they created, and they put it in our brain, well, over the pineal brain, and because of that, our ego started to happen. The ego was born right at about 100,000 years ago. The ego is the worst thing that ever happened to man, especially black people. That's why I say, and don't get me wrong, I say, but I hate niggas. I be saying shit like that. You know, some of them make me sick. You know, especially them side nigga TV ass niggas. I can't stand that shit. Okay, but when we received that bullshit brain, okay, what happened was we started to fall. Before the 100,000-year mark, we were supreme entities in the physical body. Okay, we were flying, doing this, doing that. We were gods in the physical. Okay, now, when this particular point, okay, we started to come down, okay, we started to fall down bit by bit. We started to fall down bit by bit. And because the woman was in control, okay, it was her. It wasn't nobody taking over. It wasn't no man doing nothing or doing this. It was the woman. She forgot how to love. The queen, basically, her ego was so powerful. You got to understand this, okay? We couldn't fuck with no damn woman. I don't give a fuck what you say, okay, or anybody say. The women was next level warriors, man. Okay, I've done reading and I've seen one goddess about 7,000 years ago. She was a goddess of the Congo, and they went to show me her in the spirit realm in war in the air. Okay, flying in the air, shooting damn bow and arrows, and the arrows didn't even come out no damn host. It was just coming out the damn boat. Okay, so we talking about magical entities here. While we still thinking we some fucking grass cutting ass niggas, okay, we were powerful entities. Okay, and what wind up happening around this particular time, when at the 100,000-year marker, the goddess started taking the physical woman here, started taking stuff for granted. It wasn't no white man. It wasn't no black. It was her. Okay, and on a spiritual side of that, the mothers, okay, who actually governs the universe, these many infinite universes, they said, okay, these goddesses, well, these queens, okay, you know, especially when they got to Kemet. See, when they got to Kemet, okay, see the whole polygamy thing, the man with the wives, all that's bullshit. First of all, it's disrespectful for us to even be married. Okay? That's European shit. Okay? All right, and that's something we need to understand. Okay? We were kings and queens. To call yourself a husband or a wife is belittling yourself. People don't want to hear that because they want to follow what dumb and hip hop says. Okay, all right, because we want to be like what our friends are and the rest of them are. Okay, we were kings and queens. We did not need no paperwork or anything to validate a motherfucking thing. Okay, marriage is a spiritual thing anyway, from your lower self to your higher self. Okay, that's marriage. That's the reason why the church is shaped in a cross. The cross is the body. That's why you walk up the aisle. Okay, but this goddess, okay, when she was queen, especially in Kemet and in these tribes, okay, she was she had her princess and she had her king. It wasn't the king had his princesses, no. Okay? All right? When she wanted to get down with her princesses, she got down with her. Okay? Because whether women want to believe it or not, they're naturally bisexual. Okay? And because we listen to European and dumbass so-called black scholars, we think lesbianism is gay, and it's not, because the women have sperm in their pineal that can impregnate themselves. Okay?
And that's what I was talking about earlier.
And at certain levels sexually that they can pull that down. Okay? So, and most women are having kids by themselves and just saying that this is my baby daddy because he was the one having sex that day. Don't even understand it wasn't his sperm, but that's for another day. We get into that. But this particular goddess, this queen, okay, she got so egotistical to where she felt like she could run the world and do this and do that, okay? Even some of my past lives I was killed by my queen. Maybe I was stepping out. I don't know. Maybe I was being a nigga. But, back then, she just didn't say, okay, I'm going to give you another shot. Nah, they were slicing throats. Okay? All right? The queens back then, they killed. They killed more than the men. Okay? All right? The reason why today the men has the name senior, junior, and a third and stuff like that, okay, that was on the woman. The woman and her daughter was named after the queen, okay, but that was flipped to the man. Okay, so it used to be, let's just say Queen Sheba the first, Princess Sheba the second. That's how it was back then. But they switched it. Okay, but it was her that did this. The white man did not take over anybody. The white man has never been our enemy. We are our own enemy.
Own enemy, that I agree on.
Okay, all right. So when we talk about how did we fall, the prime creator put out something called love. And because love didn't exist anymore, the mother said, we got to change this. Now, since she don't want to act like she needs to act, we're going to put her on the bottom. So this particular realm we're in now is in some Islam teachings, they say it's a punishment, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. But at the same time, okay, it is a newness happening, is a polishing going on, because we are in the cocoon stage at this point. Okay, and the patriarchal system is gone. The patriarchal system is in 2015.
Yep.
Okay, like I say, I can show you this in the Bible, and it's crazy. Okay, if you go to, I think, hold up, let me show you this thing.
Okay, I got my little pen together.
and like I say, everything is within the body. So let me pull this up for you real quick.
Okay, and 111, I see you, sweetheart. I see you on hold. We're coming to you in just a second.
Okay, let me pull this particular scripture. Okay, now Matthew 12, verse 42. Okay, now like I tell people get so upset, and I was like that 3 years ago when I started, when I saw some stuff in the Bible and all this here, but the Bible is strictly a book of the physical and spiritual body and prophecy. Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
Yep.
Okay. So when I look at the word Matthew, when you do the numerology on it, Matthew equals the number 9. Okay, that's cosmic consciousness.
Makes sense.
That's the cosmic energy. Okay. So when you look at Matthew 12:42, okay, it says, the queen of the south shall rise up in judgment with this generation, and shall condemn it. For she came for the uttermost parts of the earth to hear the wisdom of the Solomon, and behold, a greater Solomon is here. Now, let me give you this quick breakdown. 42 plus 12 is what? If you add that up, 42 plus 12.
I got 9.
Okay, that's 9. Okay. 20, add up 2016 for me.
That should be 9.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to read this again. Queen of the South. Where's the South? The South is your root chakra. The Queen of the South shall rise up in judgment with this generation. Okay. December, January, February, the months past. There has never been tornadoes, hurricanes touching down in this particular time. Okay. All of a sudden, weird-ass storms and stuff is taking place. Okay. Nobody know what the hell is this about. Okay. Goddess, there's a recent goddess by the name of Oya or Oya. You know what the hell is about.
O-Y-A.
Okay. And it says, the Queen of the South shall rise up in judgment with this generation and shall condemn it. For she come from the most utter parts of the earth. Like I said, earth is misspelled. That is heart chakra. Okay, the uttermost part of the heart chakra, to hear the wisdom of Solomon. Solomon is nothing but soul of man. That is not no Kemet, Egyptian king and all of these things that we like to create. Okay, that's why we got to go to the source and get the real. Okay, she said to hear the wisdom of the Solomon or soul of man. Now, we're about to go into the butterfly age. That's what the movie Birth of a Nation was about. That's the reason why when they had those bodies hanging, there was a butterfly on that.
Butterfly, yep.
Okay, and then on the end of this verse it says, the wisdom of Solomon, or soul of man, and behold, a greater soul of man is here. Okay, to let you know what's about to take place. That's the reason why all these movies in 2016 has been about the rise of a divine feminine. The first time in the history of the Olympics, okay, it was black women taking gold, taking silver. Okay, more than ever. The patriarchal system is dead and gone. The elite are already dead. That's why I'm teaching people how to tap in and see for your damn self. I saw Jive Clive Davis. That nigga dead and gone. Brother Ugun took his ass completely out of here because after that damn video I did, I put that shit out.
Wow.
I put a review on that motherfucker ass. You got to go.
You confirmed something. Another sister was in the spirit realm and saw them sitting there, and she said they weren't talking, none of that, blah, blah, blah. She was cussing them out. And I said, yeah, because they don't have no souls and they're gone. And like the next week, that's when
they are right now. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The one guy that just passed, Rockefeller, passed the next week. So now you're confirming again what she saw in the spirit realm and the message that I got. That's very interesting. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but just validating what you're saying.
All of them are dead, okay? But our problem is we think they're still in control because we believe in the Europeans instead of believing in yourself, okay? And that's where we're backwards on this thing, okay? Is the reason why Rockefeller died on the first day of the spring equinox. Okay?
That's what I said. It's over.
Because the real 2017 started April 1st.
Exactly.
Okay, that was the new year. So all of those people are dead and gone. And Rockefeller been dead 3 years, though. But all of these people are in purgatory right now. Okay, if you are able to tap in and go to your root chakra or that particular dimension, which is Mars, okay, them boys down there getting their ass whooped. Nobody here on this planet is a newcomer. Okay?
Can you say that again for me? If you don't mind, say that again because I want people to enter and understand what you just said. That is very powerful. Nobody on this planet is. Oh, shit. Of course he would drop. God damn it. Okay, so he'll have to dial back in. I'm going to bring back, let me go to the line as Brother Will get back on. He would drop when he was bringing something very powerful. Okay, 111.
Exactly.
I'm opening up your line. Yeah, you see that bullshit. Okay, 111. Your line is open. Okay, 111. I'm assuming you didn't mean for your line to be open. I'm gonna put you back on mute. I'll give you one more chance. 111. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. 310. 310. Your line is open.
Hello?
Hello, your line is open.
Okay. Peace, everyone. So, I just wanted to say that the information that Will Copprue was bringing is actually the truth. I remember my first reading with him. Like, when he was talking to me at first, I wasn't really sure. But it got to a point where he told me that I was a king and a prince in Nigeria in my previous life. And I just realized that I'm a prince right now in from Nigeria. And from then on, I knew that he was telling the truth. So I just want to say that for any of you who doubt the information he's bringing, just get a reading with him, and you'll see that he's actually bringing the truth. And as you can see, he was cut off probably because he was telling the truth. That's probably why he was cut off, because
he was
this is done on purpose.
Something. I was asking him to confirm something very, very important, which, you know, everybody that is in this realm, this is not your first time around. Okay, so he's on. So, brother, press 1 so you can go back up to the top of the queue so I can bring you back on. There you are.
All right.
Okay, let me bring you back. And you can stay on, beloved, if you have something from Brother Will. I'm bringing him back on now.
Yeah,
okay, you there, brother?
Yeah,
hello?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, yeah.
I'm all right,
I'm
man.
good.
I'm okay, man.
How are you doing?
Oh, hey, man, it's a beautiful time, man. A very beautiful time that we're able to get this information out to the people, man. You know, that's what's going on, man. I know she was asking me something about the newcomers, right? Something like that you said, right, Queen?
Right. I just asked you to, in which you were so rudely interrupted, to remake the point, because it was a powerful point that you made the statement that nobody on this realm right now, this is not your first time around.
Right. We have been coming, the women, let me see, about 60 to 70% of the women, the melanated women, have been coming on and off the planet for more than 60 million years. The men has been coming on and off the planet for the last 20 million, because she actually was the one that started to create us. Okay, she the one took her clitoris and stretched it out into a penis. Okay, is it not a fact that we pee out the same hole?
Yep.
Okay?
And you know most people don't know that, but it's true. Look it up. It's biology.
Okay. You know, men and women, men have nipples on their chest that don't work, but women can feed the masses. So we are really nothing but a low vibratory woman, if you want to keep it real.
Now, you know you're starting some shit, right?
I don't care. I'm in the business of I don't give a lovely fuck, so you should know me by now.
Oh, wow, lovely. No, that kills me with lovely.
You know, I'm not a male basher, but
no.
When I started to deal with the realm, and goddesses was coming through, and these archangels was coming through, and they was giving me this information, you know, they was like, look, okay, you got to tell it straight how it is, okay, and Bobby was like that itself, like, the same thing as far as, people, I think he male bashing because men want to get their ego stroked. Okay, and that's how the so-called conscious community gets to where it's at now, because we got a bunch of egotistical ass niggas. Okay, who figure because they read 40 books they know something, but still going against the white man. Okay, the white man was put here for a reason. He was put here as an adversary. Okay, anytime you are God, you have a devil. So you're supposed to have an adversary. It's like a damn bump in the road, okay? All right, if you're going down that street, sometimes you got a bump, sometimes you got a hole in the damn street. Okay, it's things that you got to do to get around to get to the prize. Okay, but it don't say look at the damn bump in the road and the hole in the damn ground and stay there and keep fussing about the shit.
Right.
You know, that's what we do. Okay, that's what this so-called community has become. Not a piece of a lick of spirituality nowhere in it. Okay, so when I say something like the man is nothing but a low vibratory woman, people get upset. You know, man. I don't know about all that. Well. Tell me why the man fits like a glove inside the woman. Okay, it fits perfectly because she designed it that way. If you want to talk about who the melanated goddess is, okay, she decided to bring us here, to bring us niggas here. She was here for 40 million years plus without men. Okay? It was nothing for her to create children because she was that magical back then. Matter of fact, Dr. Blair got a lecture where he talked about a woman during World War II, okay, a white woman. Okay, that's why sometimes you can't get caught up in the flesh all the damn time.
Right.
Okay? All right? Because when you start getting into that realm, you see all kind of colored people, all kind of colored deities and divine entities. Okay? So he talked about this white woman who was in a chastity belt, and it had to hurry to get the damn belt off because they don't know how the hell she got pregnant.
Yep. I pulled, that was one of the lectures. I don't know if that's the official title, The Woman is God, and I've actually pulled an excerpt from that. But, yep, I know exactly what you're speaking on. Absolutely.
You know? So you know, it's things like that us men don't understand. And we literally live in a European mind. Our mind is very, very European from the way we look at a woman. If a woman have more sex than a man, she's a hoe. Okay, but if a man has sex with everybody, he King Dingaling. Okay, he's the man. So we actually looking out life, period, with European eyes that don't even know what we're doing.
Very
and when
good
you start
point.
tapping into that realm, okay, these goddesses, they getting down on a daily basis. Damn, they're 24/7. So I dare one of you niggas to call them a hoe, because that'll be your last day in a physical body. Okay? You got to understand this thing. You got to understand how deep this thing is when it comes to these particular divine feminine. Okay? And when a prime creator commissioned the goddess Isis to create this council of mothers. Okay? It's done for a reason. Okay? It is about 80 million mothers. And at any given time, any mother can split and be 10,000 places at one time. Okay? Like it's nothing. So it could be 80 million mothers or 800 trillion mothers in a blink of an eye. And to let people know, once again, man, will you be making up shit? Okay, all right. Turn on the goddamn TV. Saturday Night Live did a whole damn breakdown about the goddesses who started creation.
Ooh,
come on,
that's
man.
Interesting.
Come on, man. I'm telling you what, fuck a book. Turn on the damn TV and watch the shit that the white man throw in your damn face. I told people we are still in Kemet. We never left Kemet. We just forgot where the hell we were. And Saturday Night Live did a whole damn skit on Thanksgiving starting in Kemet. But according to the history books, Thanksgiving started in America. So what is America? Kemet. There's pyramids under every damn dam that's in this damn country. There's spiritual mounds all over the place. So we didn't just come here. We've been here.
Exactly.
1 million, 10, 20 million slaves and no damn slave ships. You got to miss me with the dumb shit.
Right. Wow.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm just, you was bringing it. So, brother, do you have any more questions for Brother Will? Because I do have another caller, 661, in the queue, but I did want to give you your opportunity if you had a question for brother.
I actually had a council with Will. What's good, guy? Here.
Oh, okay. What's happening, family? How you doing?
All right. Yeah, you had actually told me, we had talked about the Council of Mothers and the fact that my grandmother's on the Council of Mothers.
Yes, sir.
And my reading actually was 86,000 past lives.
Yeah, you know I'm going to have to get at you, Brother Will, right?
Hey, whenever you're ready.
I'm going to have to get at you, brother. Yeah, next week I'll hit you up. Yeah, I'm going to have to get at you.
Yeah, just let me know. See, we don't even understand that all of us are connected to the council. Okay? Whether we don't want to deal with it, whether we hate women, I don't care what you think. Okay? Because your sister, it could be the baby you just gave birth to.
That's
okay,
right.
My great niece is one of the highest mothers on the council. I saw her 2 days ago and started crying. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
She's a very ancient goddess.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, I just want to send
Go ahead.
I just want to send a shout out because actually I pulled the Council of Mothers clip. That's a bad ad. That you did that off of Facebook. Am I right? Wasn't that off of Facebook? The Council of Mothers, Brother Will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna find that link and I'll post it in the chat room and on Truth Uncompromised page. That's a bad ad. That's a badass one to listen to as well. Okay, the calls are stacking up as I knew they would. So 661, let me bring you on, and then next is 919. Okay, so let me bring in 661. 661, your line is open.
Hi, this is Sandra.
Hey, sis, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm listening to this, and I said, that's right.
I know. I had to mute myself because I didn't want to be so distracted. I'm like, oh, man. Absolutely.
I didn't even push to come in. I just say, okay, I understand that. I like that one. I really do. And I want to talk about that Rockefeller guy. On my news, when he died, they posted, you know how they post when you lived and when you died? They had 2016 up there.
Girl.
Yeah, a lot of these people have died already, and they've just taken their time to tell the people about it because they're all in chaos right now. They don't even know. They don't have any leaders. They can't even agree on anything. I think we brought this up again. They're trying to use our magic to continue their leadership, as they call it, over the planet, and that's not working for them. And when I was talking about Callie, when you were talking about Callie, I think her name also was Khalifa. I think Callie is just a shortcut for Khalifa. And because somebody brought that up, and they said she was an Amazon. Yeah, they said she was an Amazon. She was a queen Amazon, and she was over here, taking care of business. She was a warrior queen. And they also said that Jesus was her daddy or something like that. I don't know how true that is. I'm kind of raspy. This throat of mine is still struggling. But anyway, I was listening, and I was like, yeah, that's the way it goes. But I want to ask the question. Now, this is the new year for what? Is that the 5777, or is the new year on what calendar date? On the spring equinox when it changed on the 20th or whatever the spring came in? Or is that the Kemetic?
This is nothing but the Jewish calendar.
That's
nothing but the Jewish calendar, and that's why they on the 1st of April they still follow something called the April Fools, which is a very ancient little party they used to have, okay? And they still use it because they laugh at our silly asses for thinking that something new starts when everything is dead.
Dead, right.
Which is December 31st and January 1st, which everything is still in hibernation, dead trees, dead everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the Jewish calendar, we run around saying, well, the white man is a Jew and all this when we are the original Jews. Because the word Jews are Jew-Els, which is diamond. Diamond is compressed carbon. Carbon is nothing. So we are the Jews, and they follow our just like you was just saying, they follow our stuff to the T.
Yeah, they do. They have our books and everything.
We don't follow it.
Exactly. That's the problem. We don't follow it, and we think that this mysterious they have more power than you. And that's not
well.
The
they
case.
do if you don't use your power. Because if you have power and it's so dormant, then they do have more power than you. Because you have to use what was originally yours, and we're not really willing to do that because we got so indoctrinated in the others.
Right. And the fear, but the point I'm trying to make is that the fear that we have of this quote even if whether you say white man or even if you say white supremacy or even if you say the system, it's the fear that something is more powerful than you.
Yeah, that's what gives them power. So they shouldn't have that, They don't know their history. What's that saying? If you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. So we have to learn who we are before we can step out into our power, and a lot of us is not willing to learn who we are.
And I'm going to add to that, and not to cut nobody off. I'm sorry.
No problem.
But to add to that, see, I've given up on that fight. Okay, for all people to wake up and stuff like that because it was never for everybody. It was never for everybody. When we were these kings and queens in Kemet, Atlantis, so forth and so on, Lemuria, Samaria, I don't care what it was. It was only a certain level of kings and queens, but they still needed a damn garbage man. They still needed somebody in the bakery. They still needed somebody to create clothes and things of that nature. There's a hierarchy with this thing. The people that are up now were the kings and queens of the past. Okay? Most of the church people that don't want to come out of the church, okay, at least about 80% of them, okay, were the regulars that was walking around Kemet. Okay? There's a reason for this.
Right.
Okay, It's not for everybody at all.
Then that's why I keep making the statement, if you are who you say you are, because it's not for everyone. And that's why I still hold this philosophy. Who the fuck am I to try to tell someone what they should be or what they should be doing? This is a self-journey. So either it's for you or not, either it resonates with you or it doesn't. So, that's an interesting take what Brother Will is spinning on that the reality of it is that not everybody is going to get it. Not the majority of the people are going to get it.
And it's not for everybody for the prophecy. Okay, the prophecy is not for everybody to wake up. Enough of us are already here.
I agree with that.
It's going to happen regardless. Okay, all you got to do is hit damn YouTube, and they talk about the prophecy that's on damn near every wall in the damn universe, on the planet. Okay, even the back of the damn dollar is the prophecy of what's about to take place. Okay, and all of that type of stuff. But so this is what I told some people the other day. I say, man, when it comes down to Christians. Okay, Christians, not Muslims, but just Christians. Okay, are my Baptist people. Now, how can you take these people out of their lives? Okay, what a gospel music, okay, still good. They're still jamming and getting down and and clowning up in church. Okay, they still having potluck, eating and having big old shindigs at the church to come to this old boring ass conscious community and sit there and debate everybody all damn day. If I was in church, there ain't no way I'm coming to this bullshit. So when this is when I start fussing at the so-called community, okay, when they want to call Christians this and Christians that, okay, you got to understand something. Why would they want to come over here to this shit and you not bringing light to anything? All we want to do is sit up here and debate, is Jesus this, is Jesus that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If we are in the business of saving somebody or bringing somebody in somewhere, save yourself first, okay, and then you got to make it appealing, okay, and that's where I'm going with this thing now. And that's why now, look, I was talking to some people the other day, some Christians, and I was like, man, I remember I was listening to Kirk Franklin and the Family in 97, and I was singing He's Able in church and everything, and I caught their eye. Next thing you know, I went right to their Bible, okay, which their Bible all over the book, it says the kingdom of God is within you. Christ is within you. You are the kingdom of God, all over and over and over, and they started to think a little bit. Okay, so you know, us as the so-called few, you know, the few people who are aware of what's really going on. Okay, if we want to help somebody, you got to make something really look appealing to these people who are used to having fun on Sundays, because we not having no goddamn fun over here.
Mm-hmm.
All we doing is mad, angry at every goddamn thing. You know, like I say, people get mad when I start talking, but you know, I don't care.
Well, it's the truth, because they debate each other so much that there's no unity in them. And then they on Sunday they go there and they have their chicken, and they have their little. They all just. And
they got their pork chop plate.
Yeah.
And look, and I'm gonna tell you, shit. Sister Brenda, okay, she bought the peas and macaroni. Okay, Sister Brenda, you know, Sister B got that casserole that everybody like. So
right.
I mean, they gonna have fun. So if you trying to bring somebody out of something, you got to make stuff fun, man. And that's why this love is coming back, and that's why I preach love so much. Okay, that's why I did a video sometime, I think about a year and a half ago, where I was sitting up there singing Silver and Gold. Okay, because that was my album now. Silver and Gold. I was singing that joke. I was cut up too.
And I still like a lot of the gospel songs, though. I ain't gonna front.
You know, but a lot of us, and I'm gonna tell you something now. Okay, I was sitting before the mothers, and you all
keep it going.
Queen,
I'll be right back. You go
okay,
ahead on. I'll be right back.
And if y'all interested in seeing how I set up the altar to the mothers, okay, if you're on Facebook, and I guess I'll see if she can put it out there to see what I do as far as getting that divine feminine energy in your house. It changes the way everything is moving and shaking. It feels good. It feels awesome in your house when you get that particular energy. Okay, so I was having flashbacks of my days in the church, and I'm listening to I forgot the name of that song. Oh, something about the name Jesus. I was singing that. I said, oh, Lord, what's going on? Next thing you know, I'm seeing all the mothers in choir robes, and they were singing with me. This is the sweetest thing I know. But see, you have to get out of the being angry all the time. And that's
so
what
soothing,
the spirit realm has taught me. The spirit loves to have fun. They enjoy themselves. Okay? They enjoy themselves. And you have to learn how to enjoy yourself again. Okay? If somebody don't want to come, if somebody don't want to hear you out, okay, If they don't want to become who you are, okay, oh well. Yippee. Okay, me and a brother of mine went to this little house party about 3 weeks ago. And, you know, he was trying to get one lady to tap in, and he was looking at me for some help. And I'm like, man, shit, I'm gonna sit up here, I'm gonna drink my damn drink, and I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna listen to this. I came home, yeah, with my side piece, yeah. I don't have no time to be all miserable and shit. And that's the thing with us. We are miserable people in this community.
Good. Well, yeah, when we start waking up, we get hard-hearted or something, you know, because we get intolerant. Is the right word. We get intolerant.
And you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
Well, the thing that I started to notice when you quote wake up, and you know, I was fortunate enough that I studied it all. I just knew within me that once I came out of some goddamn religion, I never wanted to be under one spell, one system. So I just started studying it all. But what I noticed, quote, this conscious community, they have turned it into a motherfucking religion. To me, it's a religion within itself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If you don't do X, Y, Z, you ain't down. You got the motherfucking food police. You should be eating this. You alkaline this.
Yes, indeed.
You know what? If you're a motherfucking God at the end of the day, then you're supposed to be able to adjust. Let's start with that. The second part, well, you don't do this, sister. You ain't down for the cause. Being underneath, being treated like shit by a man. So my point being, it has been turned into a religion itself. Yeah. And my point is, how the fuck you wake up from out of sleep, look around and say, oh damn, that was just dogma. All of that religion, it was just dogma. It was a form of control, to turn right back around and then let another motherfucker control you. That's crazy to me.
Hey, but you know, once again, what I was talking about at the 100,000-year marker, okay, most of us don't believe our ego is the enemy, okay? We don't believe that, and that's why I push pineal work so much. Is about the pineal. The Bible talk about John Pineal, okay? The heart chakra. That's why I push this thing over and over and over. That your focus, okay? If you focusing on a pineal, you're gonna find out that you have been your own enemy the whole time.
Yep.
Okay, and that's why I push that. Okay, because I remember earlier this week, matter of fact, doing a reading, and just so the people know, you know, I'll do reading consultations and all of that kind of stuff, you know, if they want to know. But, you know, I'm doing this reading, and then the people started asking me, well, I don't eat meat and stuff like that. I said, okay, that's cool. And they were kind of shocked, like I didn't elaborate, saying that that's good. Get off the meat, you know. And they was like, so you eat meat? I said, well, let me tell you something. If you put some hot wings in front of me, it's going to be a misunderstanding. I said, it's going to be problems. Well, you know, chicken a dirty animal. I said, well, I guess I'm a dirty motherfucker then, because I'm going to eat them motherfuckers. But it was a time about a year and a half, that's about a year and a half, 2 years ago, where I got off the meat for a little bit. And I was eating certain things. And but the higher I got spiritually, because the body carry dimensions. Okay, I always go back to the Bible because according to the spirit realm, that's the only real book on the planet. It's crazy. Okay, that can really break this book down. Okay, if you look at the Latin word of Bible is Bibel, which L means hidden God, Osiris or Osiris or the Sirius constellation within the physical body.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the whole Sirius constellation is in the body. So, and in this particular part, hold up. Let me see.
That's okay.
Yeah. What the hell was that? We talking about the food stuff. Okay?
Right.
I'm trying to get
right. The food police. I'm just saying, cause we see it, and it's got so bad, family. Cause I stopped eating meat years ago. It didn't have shit to do with the conscious community. I never was really a big meat eater anyway, but I eat fish or whatever. It's gotten so bad. Oh, well, this certain type of fish or this certain type of water. I even heard people break down what vegetable. I said, well, damn, what the fuck can you eat according to y'all?
See,
and then it started to click with me. Okay, y'all done turned this into a religion. Okay.
And okay, now I remember what the hell I was talking about. Now, when you're dealing with the solar plexus lets you know certain foods. So when I was in that solar plexus area, when I was rising, okay, when these dimensions started to click within me, and I eat something, and then my solar plexus wouldn't agree with it, and then I'll be in my 18 wheel. The next thing you know, I'm on the side of the road like, oh shit, I got to find somewhere to go. It's problem. It's problem. So when I started to vibrate on certain levels, because I was listening to Bobby, Bobby got shit 11-hour lecturing shit. So I'm listening to this stuff every day on the road, and the more information I got, the higher I got. So when I got to my crown chakra, which is actually Saturn, and this is why Saturn has the ring around it, because when you look at Jesus has a ring around his head, and we are Christ. That's where they get the whole ring around Saturn from, or Saturn or Satan. Satan, you are Satan. Okay? So when I got to that particular dimension, everything changed. It was like, okay, like it's a level not to where I can't even get sick anymore. Okay? Because once the body starts vibrating at a very, very high level, it's certain things that can't happen to you anymore.
Right.
Okay? Once again, it's right there in the damn book. Okay? It's right there in the book, Psalm 119, 165, which actually says, and we know that comes strictly off the walls of Kemet. Okay? 119, 165, if you love your law, you will have perfect security. If you love your law, you will have perfect peace. And the law is John 10:34. Jesus said, "Is it not written in your law that ye are gods?"
Ye are gods.
Okay, so when you understand that law, things change. Okay, so when people out here getting sick, you have a level of a spiritual body that you cannot catch a serious virus. More, see, it's a difference in me telling someone, okay, you got to get on this. Okay, and most people be like, okay, well, what it's going to do for me, that's not beneficial to me. So that's what people look at. Okay, well, what I get from that? Okay, if I could tell you you cannot get sick anymore, okay, that should be the most beneficial thing in the world. Okay, and I'm not no small dude. I consider myself thick, sexy. Okay, and and people ask me like, damn, bro, you're not no 110-pound dude, man. How you get like that? I said, because it's deeper than the physical.
Right.
So
absolutely,
it's things that we really have to consider. But go ahead, Queen. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you don't mind, and that'll give you a chance to take you a health break, get you some water, whatever. I do want to play a portion of that, the Council of Mothers video, and I'm gonna listen. I hope that the shit uploaded properly. It's only 7 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and chop it up. So is that okay with you, brother?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Before I do that, Brother Sean, Brother Wendell, you have anything you want to put on it before we go to the clip? Or can we go ahead on into the clip?
Yeah, I'm glad to hear another brother that don't get sick. I don't know when the last time I got sick. I have no idea when the last time I got sick.
That is excellent.
But people have been trained to trade a dollar as a benefit rather than their spiritual well-being.
That's true.
They trade that in. That's why you ain't gonna get them people out of that church, because that dollar is part of that thing too.
Right, I agree.
That's a very, very, very good point. Yeah, because the church is big money, especially nowadays. It's different from when Grandma and them was going. Shit. Now they'll run your account in these mega churches.
You can't get in there before your account is being run.
Yeah.
They might let you come in. They might let you come in there and visit just to get your information, but the next time you come up in there, you got to drop something.
Right. Right. It is definitely big business.
They're going to have their hands on auto pay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I heard from some reliable sources that they literally run the members what dues folks are paying. This on the real. I'm it's like that. So they done turned into a motherfucking utility bill as far as I'm effing concerned.
Shit, that's the bank. That's the bank. Every time you come up in there, you get charged a fee.
Yeah.
Most of the mega churches have an ATM when you walk in.
Yeah, when somebody told me that, I said, you lying on them. They said, no, I'm not. I'm like, whoa, they going to get theirs.
See, you got to understand the whole deal. I mean, that's everything included with the 501c3.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
They have to put this particular information out. When they in theology school and they getting this particular stuff in these seminaries, they're not telling them about the whole Bible. Or they're telling them certain parts to stay away from. That's the reason why when you go to church and listen to pastor always he'll read 2 verses and then tell you about an experience and have you hooping and hollering in the damn church.
Right, and bullshit the rest.
Yeah,
do that
that's what he do. That's what he do.
And bullshit the rest. That is
true. He's casting spells because he's dramatizing. He's doing a play there and getting your attention.
Hell yeah.
It's entertainment. As far as I'm concerned, it's entertainment.
It's entertainment. He's an actor. And he, by that 501c3, he signed that treaty. He's
right,
not
and you better follow that script. Absolutely.
You better follow it, and those doors are going to close. Or they'll stay open. He won't be there. Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to go into the video. I clipped just 7 minutes of the video that Brother Will did on the Council of Mothers. I dropped the entire link in the chat room, and it's also on the Truth Uncompromised page under the promo. So here we go, and then we're going to come back and chop it up.
Peace, family. I want to drop something off tonight, and a few people wanted me to touch on this because in this particular time we're in this patriarchal system that teaches you that man runs the universe, that man is God, that we pray to a man, and so forth and so on. Well, the truth of the matter is, the universe is androgynous and it is feminine. Okay, it's not masculine at all. Okay, there's a group of goddesses. Okay. Um, they are called the Council of Mothers. That's what we call them. They're called different things in the Ifa culture, the Voodoo culture, the Voodoo culture, so forth and so on. Okay. Um, and we rarely hear about this Council of Mothers because we are um, so much masculine energy out here that is pushed on each other. This patriarchal energy that's pushed on each other, that man runs everything. And of course, you can see when man runs everything, look what happens. Okay? So, what the people don't know is in the cosmos, okay, the goddess Isis, okay, she was given um, and a job basically to create a board of goddesses, okay, and these particular goddesses, okay, we're going to govern, or are going to govern this particular universe that we're in, okay. Now, she did that, she created this council after she created her son, Heru, okay. Now, this particular group of women, these goddesses, okay, it wasn't a earth realm yet. There was no earth yet when these goddesses were created. Okay, we're still talking about pre-earth. Okay, all right. This particular era. So, what's going on is these goddesses or these mothers. Okay, these mothers actually control everything around us. Okay, all right. And these mothers are connected to many of us who are here in these physical bodies. Okay, these mothers are our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, sometimes our mothers, sisters, but because we don't know that we are gods incarnated into flesh, or gods incarnated into flesh having a human experience, we don't know these things. Okay, but the Bible always tells us that we're children of God, so that will make us gods. Okay, if you believe in Christianity or the Bible. Okay, now these particular mothers, okay, keep everything in working order. Okay, because of these mothers, we are able to go to them if you want to remove negative energies, get things lined up in your life. Okay, these mothers are there for us. And when I mean mothers, I'm not talking about 3 or 4 or 5. No, I'm talking about 80 plus million mothers. Okay, who out here, okay, who walks among us. Okay, who's out here doing this work, getting us back in order, getting us getting us ready to go into this new paradigm, this golden age that we're about to enter. Okay, all right. So just wanted to drop that off. I don't want to be too long here, but these mothers are actually the beings that run these universes. Okay, that we are a part of. Okay. Oh, real quick. If you ever see 3 black birds by themselves, okay, in Ifa that represents the mothers, 3 black birds. And if they come like that, that means something is going on, something is about to be handled. Because I'm gonna tell you this: when the mothers come through and there's a rough situation going on, they don't play. Okay, all right. So I'm just kind of letting y'all know that. Okay, this is not no Jesus thing. This is not no Yahweh thing or nothing like this. Okay, when these mothers come through, they drop the hammer on you. Okay? And with us, I forgot to tell you all this, with us, okay? Once we are connected to these mothers, okay, we are able to heal people through them. Okay? All right? Now, because the cosmos is within us, right? The kingdom of God is within you, right? So these mothers are within you. Okay? So with that being said, we have sick loved ones who going through this, that, AIDS, cancer, what have you, right? So we are able to heal people through this particular energy. Okay, I've done it a couple times now. Okay, just to let y'all know. All right. So I understand. A lot of people teach that you don't have to look outside of yourself or whatever. Hey, that's fine. That's cool. But what I'm telling you is, through the mother's energy, okay, and your energy combined, we can actually get things done. Heal people. Do a lot, man. There's a lot of things that you can do when you're connected to these mothers, okay, who actually governs this universe that we are a part of. So, I want to drop that off, fam. Let y'all know the truth about that. There is no masculine energy in the universe. There's only androgynous, which is the female male. Okay, female being first, of course, and then there's the female energy, period. Okay? All right? So, I want to drop that off, fam. Y'all know who I am. Will Copprue, the God Heru.
All right.
Peace, family.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, all right, so that was the video by Brother Will on the Council of Mothers. All righty. Okay, so if you want to get in the queue to ask Brother Will a question or you want to put something on what we've been discussing tonight, just press 1. So I'll open it up to Brother Sean. Did you have anything you wanted to put on it? You've kind of been laying back in the cut there for a minute.
I'm very familiar with Brother Will Copprue.
I know.
I'll be catching him on Facebook Live. I'll be catching that energy fresh.
I know. I just didn't want you to feel like you had to be in the cut in case you wanted to put something on it.
Hey,
I know, if you don't mind, bringing it.
If you don't mind, Queen, I wanted to add on that it was a certain situation that a family member of mine was dealing with some cancer issues, and the mothers came through and asked me what did I want to do, and we went ahead and took care of it. So overnight, we got rid of this cancer. So when I say we're magical entities, I ain't just talking about it.
Right.
Okay,
right.
Go ahead. I don't want to drop it.
No, makes perfect sense. I feel you, brother. Okay, Brother Sean.
Also going back as far as what the white man knows and what he put out in movies. Disney is in on the loop, too. Down to Disney in California, they have a Queen Khalifa parade. They have her on the wall, melanated.
Boom.
They got it right in plain sight.
Where is she located? Is this the, what do you call it? The Florida one?
Disneyland. The one in California.
Oh, okay, in California. I've never been to that one. Okay.
Yeah, so they had a parade every day during the opening.
Wow. Absolutely they do. And I see you 225. I'm coming to you. And again, I want to stress, and Brother Will did an excellent job putting it out there as well. But I'm going to stress again that I want to make it clear that, this is not coming on here bashing the white man. And the reason that I say that, I'm not saying that because I, quote, won't offend anybody, because to be honest, I don't give a fuck. It's not about that. It's either this information resonates with you or it doesn't. So it's not the reason I'm saying that. The reason I always say that is because I don't want us to continuously get stuck in a motherfucking victim mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone or something has control over you. So that's the only reason I keep putting that out. Now, yes, they know the information. And when we say they, we not talking about all of the white men across the board. We talking the same 5% of us that know this shit, about 5% of them that know this shit too, okay? It runs so deep that most of those Hollywood scripts, they're handed that shit. They are told what to put out, okay? So let's be clear. It's only 5% of the quote white folk or white supremacist folk that know this information. But still, let's be clear. We know it's your shit. You have the same access to it, and I'm going to put it out here to say you have greater access. Because once you start digging and you start waking up, then you start to even go beyond the books and you go to the higher range. Okay, I thought I got cut off there. You go to the higher realms to get shit that cannot be found in the quote books. And then as you start growing, and then you get confirmation from the shit that you went to the higher realms to get. You going to link up with other people that's going to drop some shit out the blue and you be like, damn, that's what XYZ was about. You're going to run across that movie or you're going to run across some type of situation. So let's be clear as a people. That's why I state you cannot always be on the physical trying to fight a motherfucker on the physical. Go to the spiritual. That is who you truly are. Make some shit happen. And I guarantee you it will come to the physical. So let me go to 25 and 404. 225, let me get you first. 225, your line is open.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Greetings, beloved.
Hey, my name is Antoinette, but my friends call me Auntie. I actually just recently reached out to Will a day ago, and he told me to come listen in. So I just want to say that I've always been, I don't want to say I guess I could say spiritual, but I've always felt out of place in life, especially in church. But I always wanted to be connected in that way. So when he was talking about singing like old spiritual songs, like I'm one of those people. Like if you sing it, I may not be intertwined in church, but if you sing it, I'll tune in because I love old spirituals, but I don't know them that well. But I research a lot of videos and whatnot, and I've never felt this close to understanding myself. I went through a bad period, I'm going to say like a year ago, did some drugs, and I had like a bad trip, and the only thing that I could confide in was Jesus. I never understood why. But even before then, when people would ask me about religion and I would say I'm not really religious, I consider myself spiritual, and they wouldn't understand. I would always say, people always say, find the God inside you, right? So I can't really tell you who God is for me and who God is for you. I just know that you're supposed to be the best person you can be by finding that God inside you, and that's always been the mentality that I've gone through life with. And then watching his videos, I've never felt that connected. Like I've always felt like a disconnect, like with my ancestors, because I don't know anything. There is no information. My mama can't tell me anything about anything. We have old pictures of old family members, but I don't really have any stories, no insight. Everything is real standard and I don't want to say colonized, that's the wrong word. Just basic knowledge. And I just feel like there's more knowledge than what is being put out. So when I started looking at his videos and he started saying, look at the movies and all the other stuff, I was like, well, shit, the movies are the only thing that I have ever been like actually connected to, like in my heart. That's why I've always tried to become an actor or like become a singer, because that's the only thing that I felt spiritually opened me up. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been connected to anything that was witch-like, and I never even cared about the race. I still don't care about race. And I'm real thankful for it. But I just wanted to see if he had any insight on this dream that I had a couple months ago, and pretty much it was a black abyss, and I had a crescent on my forehead, and it was electric purple, and so were my eyes. They were like bright electric purple, and my face was still, and everything was peaceful, and I was just in the black abyss.
Okay, let me first when you talk about the crescent moon, that's feminine. Okay, and when you talk about the color purple, that's probably the highest spiritual color. Okay, when the reason why when Prince died, the skies turned purple. Okay, so that's a very, very spiritual color. So what that sound like was somebody was reaching out, or that was you. Okay, which you have a spiritual self that's outside of you. Okay, like myself, I put when I built the altar, when I put the altar up, I actually put Heru on the altar. Okay, and I see myself walking around the damn house eating chicken wings. So it's not just me with the damn chicken wings. Okay, so them motherfuckers be eating in the spirit. I'm telling you, I'd have been to parties, state parties, them. I don't get all that shit. But you know, you have another being that looks like you and is walking around. Okay, so you know, and then you have your grandmothers, your aunts and uncles, things of that nature, especially the ones who are very deep in the spirit, because 9 times out of 10, your uncles, like a close family member, cousins, friends, those are your protectors. Okay, but when it comes to your grandmothers, things of that nature, they're the ones that's looking out for you, and sometimes they'll show signs to you. And let me drop this on you too. Many of us don't understand that many times our physical parents are not our spiritual parents.
That's why I feel like that.
We exist before the realm. So who was your parent then? Who was the one created you then? Okay, like I said, I do a lot of work with the goddess Oshun, a lot of work with the goddess Stephanie. She's the one that always show up in my videos, which had people scared, talking about, man, they got a black woman in your video with a spear, man, like she crazy. I said, well, yeah, just know I fucked you up. Just know. Yeah. You know, but anyway, she was she had motherfuckers crazy, you know, because she was showing up, you know, but everybody couldn't see her and everything. But anyway, she have children. Like, I'll be doing a reading, and this particular person I was talking to, because this happened to me multiple times, but it was one time in particular I was talking to this brother, and this sister, and she was like, her mother can't stand her mother, hate her, and she was like, she don't understand why, you know, she hate her so much, but when the goddess Stephanie came through and said, she said, look, that's my daughter you talking to on the phone. I said, oh, okay. And her mother, you know, she was purposely put in that particular portal, because the womb is a portal. And when you put in this particular portal, okay, all right, her hatred for her daughter ran her into her Christ self. You got to understand how this thing works. Okay, our script is already written when we come out the womb. We just have to play it out. Okay, so you may think, okay, this person don't like me. That person not even your physical mother. I mean, your spiritual parent. Okay, your spiritual parent has set that person in your life to get you to run the opposite way. And I've had many of them run right into what we know as the consciousness. So it's purposely set up that way in order to wake you up, because we are going into this new way of existing. I got a video called Rise of the Gods that you need to check out. You know, people need to go check out where it talks about how life is about to be. You know,
that's the first video I watched.
You know, in this new 2017 year that has just started a couple of days ago. So, you know, that's things that we need to understand. Like you, Queen, when you were talking about, you know, that wasn't your biological father, now that's your spiritual father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it don't have to be a seed, you know, a sperm, like I say. In today's world, let me see, 60% of women still giving birth by themselves. They're still having children by themselves, and the men looking at the damn child like, man, that baby don't look nothing like me. It look just like you, so who the baby father is? She don't have one. See, that's the magic of the goddess, but y'all don't want to hear that. You know,
wow.
Men don't want to hear that she can do that without you. You know, but it's happening. Mm-hmm. It's happening every day. These goddesses, these black women in general, they're getting to a level sexually, okay, to where they actually pull that whole energy down that pioneer. They pull that energy down, and that's a wrap. And they use their own sperm, and a guy looking like the baby come out, man, up here looking like, who the hell that Chinese baby for? I said, hey, not y'all. No, it's not, partner. It was hers because this is the real reason why the black woman is God, not this old stupid-ass niggas, these cats who all these cats hollering about this stuff because they say she the creator, and that shit is much deeper than that.
Right.
Much, much deeper than that. So when you're dealing with that crescent moon and that purple, okay, that's letting you know that's the divine feminine. Okay? And you need to set up an altar. You need to set up an altar to the Council of Mothers. Why you need to set this altar up is because you are a mother. You are a mother incarnated.
That's interesting.
You know what's crazy
wow.
about that? Before I even got into anything like spiritual, I went to this store called Coyote Moon in Baton Rouge, and it has a whole bunch of crystals and talismans and all that. And I didn't really look in and research anything. I just walked in, and the only symbol that reached out to me was something that was called balance, and it was under the Wiccan religion. So I did more research on the symbol, and it's just the three moons. It's the full moon, and then the waning crescent and the waxing crescent all together, which typically means triple moon goddess. And I didn't even know that until a couple of years, but I never wanted to take it off. Like, that symbol is so important to me that I even got it tatted on my finger. Like, I had no reason why I was so attached to it, but that symbol, it just means something. It means something to me, just the balance of the energy. And then right after I had this dream, I'll say a couple months, a prophet ended up talking to me, and he told me that my grandmother had something for me, and she didn't want to leave me until I received it, and she wanted to make sure I didn't give it away too soon. So you telling me that and then me running into the videos, I don't believe anything is a coincidence.
Yeah, no such thing. And, you know, it's so crazy that you bring up this crescent because right now the Honorable Elijah Muhammad just came through. And it's crazy because right now he has on a hat with the moon and a star on it. Now, Islam, it started off understanding the divine feminine. Now it's man worship. It's man worship, so that's homo shit. So it is what it is. Y'all don't like it, oh well, you're man worshiping. Okay, hey, whatever. So, and that star and that crescent represented the divine feminine and the child. Okay, and that's what he wears. That's what he has on right now on his hat. You know, there's a lot of things he knew back then, but he couldn't put out to the people because the minds wasn't ready. There's certain eras that certain teachers come through, and the minds have to be a certain way to receive certain information. But it's crazy when you brought that up. All kind of shit was popping up in my head. All kind of shit. You know, I saw myself and my mother, and it went into the crescent moon and the star. I said, look at that shit there. So it just blew my mind just now. But yeah, that's what that's about. Islam, I, self, Lord, Master, which we created, okay, was about understanding the God within and the divine feminine and the child.
Yep.
I'm a daycare worker. I've been a daycare worker for most of my adult life.
Wow. Well, wow. Well, thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Thank you for coming on and joining us. Thank you, sis. Okay.
Have a good
Peace
one.
and love. Okay, you too.
You too.
Okay, 404, I'm coming to you, but real quick, because as sis was talking, something popped in my head, too, when you started telling her about the parents, the physical parent in this realm not being your spiritual parent. Now, interestingly enough, when I was meditating one time, purposely making that connection to the higher dimension, the spiritual world, I had like a conversation come through. And, long story short, I was standing before this council and they started giving me all of this information. And one of the profound things, it gave me a lot of profound information, but one of the things that messed up my mind during this information that I was getting was that, and this is a quote, your parents are not your parents. You think that they are your parents, but actually you were their parent some life cycles ago. And so, I just thought that was interesting, you bringing that up to sis about, who we think our physical parents are does not necessarily mean from a spiritual perspective that is your parent, because that's the exact message I got, that was not the case for me. As a matter of fact, it was the opposite. I was the mother some life cycles ago of my physical parents. So very, very interesting stuff, brother. Okay, I'm going to go to 404. You got two more calls, 404 and then 425. Okay, 404.
Greetings, family. How are you tonight? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I think it's a little echoey, but go ahead. I'm not sure if you have us on speaker or what.
I do. Just slide the phone and take you off, and then can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Greetings, family. How are you this evening?
Peace.
Well, sis, how are you?
Greetings.
Peace. The question that I have is kind of similarly to what you were talking about a few minutes ago before you got me in, before you unmuted me. And my story is kind of short. I came here back in the 70s. And so like 3 months after that, I met a family through a friend. And so we've been friends for a lot of years. Now, the thing was that was reversed between their family and my family. I was the eldest daughter, okay, but I had 2 brothers beneath me. And in their family, they had the eldest son, and they had 2 daughters beneath him. Now, the thing is, the son and I became very close friends, and we're still friends, today. And it's been like about 42 years now of friendship, and a really good friendship. But I remember just before, and when we became really good friends, where my parents were always adamant that we could not get together, okay? And until my mother passed, my mom, I wouldn't say my mother, I would say my mom, because my mom was not my birth mother, okay? But I grew up with her. And so basically, before she transitioned, there was an occurrence that took place. I met, and with myself, his mother, and my mom, and myself. And she said to me before she transitioned was, his mother was actually my mother. Now, his mother transitioned when we were young in my arms, and so basically we basically grew up as friends, but basically also grew up as brother-sister. And so his sisters, which was like in the reverse of my family, brothers beneath me were like sisters beneath me became like my sisters, and the reverse with my family. So the question that I have, because you were talking about in different realms, would you consider that maybe it's a possibility, because I still don't really know, I'm still investigating that. Could it be a possibility, the reason why, you know, them not wanting us to get even closer than we were, because that person could possibly be my brother? I'm not sure if you can answer that question for me, and that's one of them. And then the other question that I have is that I had a dream. It was about my brother, but in the dream I saw him folded. He was laying on his back. His arm and legs were all folded across the whole trunk of his body. But I thought first in the dream, when I saw the head, it looked like it was severed. But when I actually looked at it, the head was still attached. And I cannot figure that one out. And so the last question that I have is Aiden, I'm sorry. Last question for you, but the little one did, and I lost the train of thought, and I'm sure it'll probably come back when you come back on it, you know, after I
let me touch on that. Let me touch on the first one. And the first one you're trying to figure out. The guy they tried to keep you away from, which wasn't, which was just a friend, and you trying to see was that your real brother?
Well, a very close friend. But we've been very close friends for a very long time, and it's been like 42 years. But before my mom transitioned, she told me when we were all together at one time that his mother was my mother. But it was never explained to me, and she transitioned. But we've always had the family relationship that we somehow were connected like brother, sister.
Well, yes, that is your brother.
Okay, besides
yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, that's your brother.
And so they were always saying, because always sounded like I was somehow. It was not that person was not beneath me, but somehow we were not supposed to be connected, like outside of a mutual way. So that's what I wanted to find out.
Yeah,
so
as far as that close friend, that close friend is your brother.
Okay, well, how would someone know?
How would someone know?
Well, how would they would be able to know? Because, I mean, his sisters, actually, when we talk as, we get along like physical brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You
so
know,
you're trying to find out how would someone know, right?
Yeah, how would I know that person is possibility my brother, but they may not know that we are brothers?
Well, according to, I'm going to tell you this. Okay, according to what I'm getting right now from the goddess Tiffany, okay, what I'm getting right now is that is your brother, and that's coming from the spirit realm. So I don't know if you want to see something physically, but from the spirit realm, that is your brother.
Okay, so he is my brother. Okay. And then the second question about my brother, my physical brother, here on the dream, what would you say that is? Because I couldn't figure it out. It was just like...
Well, now, I'm going to tell you this. That can be something going on in your physical life. Now, I'm going to tell you this also, okay? There's things that happen when we go to sleep. Some people, there's places you can go. There's different things that you can do right before you go to sleep to make a dream go a certain way, okay? You can be in meditation or something like that, dreaming about, okay, well, when I go to sleep, okay, I want to travel to another planet in the spirit realm. Okay, but you make that intention before you go to sleep. Okay, we have the ability to do this kind of thing. Okay, so sometimes things that's on your mind before you go to sleep, okay, it goes into your dream.
Okay.
You know, so it's a good chance of whatever you would think about heavily that day, it went into your dreams. A lot of us take our physical life, you know, in the dream world with us, and can't figure out why we have so many nightmares. Is because our physical life is a damn nightmare. You know?
Okay, so you think that dream was something, because I don't remember, you know, we don't talk that much at all. I'm the one who's always connecting with family. You know, he doesn't connect with family the way I do. And so, you know, I might not hear from him for like a year or two, and maybe 3 years down the road he'll call me and say this, whatever. But I don't remember having a thought of him or anything, but that was the dream that I had.
Well, like I said, no, I didn't say this. You have two minds. Okay, all right. You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Okay, your subconscious mind can carry many different thoughts. Okay, that you could have been thinking about days prior, okay, or months prior that just started to manifest in a dream world. Okay, the subconscious is a very, very deep place. It has many, many different things in it, past lives and everything. Okay. So it you trust me, that dream just didn't happen out the blue. Ain't no such thing.
Okay. Well, I want to yield. I cannot remember the third. There was three, and I got interrupted, so I don't remember it. But hopefully, you will be on again, and you know.
Yes, hopefully, Queen. This is not my last time.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all, no.
All right.
Now you can't get rid of me now. It's on. So, yeah, he will definitely be joining us, sis, again.
Okay.
So, thank you.
What's his name again, if I may ask?
I'll let him tell you his name. And, brother, if you can spell it for her.
Name.
Yes.
Will Copprue. Do you have the stuff?
Is this Will?
Yeah, it is Will, yeah.
Coppure, okay. May I ask you a question, if I may? Are you from the Indiana region?
No.
You are not. Do you have family in the state? Do you have family that you are aware of that lives in Indiana?
Well, I know that last name is everywhere.
Okay. The only reason I say that I went to school with quite a few Coppure.
Yeah, that last name, I know they got some in Chicago, you know, stuff like that. They even have, I think I saw this little white kid one day with that last name.
Okay. Well, there's donated, and we grew up right between the Indiana-Illinois state lines. So they only in Chicago as well as in right there on the state line of Indiana. That's the only reason why I asked.
Yeah. That's I ain't gonna say that's my people, but that's the people with the last name, though. I don't claim nobody. I ain't lying to you.
Okay, beloved. Well, speaking with you again, I will have you to continue your show this evening, and I will listen on, and I yield.
Oh, okay. Peace and love. Peace and love, sis.
Peace.
Okay.
Hey, Rhonda.
Rhonda. Hey, yeah, Brother Wendell. Yes, sir.
To the sister right there that just got off. She need to remember. She need to remember something about that conscious and that subconscious.
Yes.
That subconscious is your true conscious. Not that thing that superficial thing that we're dealing with, but your subconscious is your real mind.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for bringing that up, Brother Wendell, because, as Sis was asking the questions, I was thinking to myself, when she was talking about the brother question, and, the first thing that came to my mind was that maybe that's some work that she needs to do with going on that spiritual realm side, or tapping in to kind of get those answers, or get what the quote white society are calling them channels. But Grandma and them called it visits. To start getting that information. And like Brother Wendell said, and when I started learning and growing from a spiritual perspective, a part of that also came into play, like Brother Will was explaining to Sis, is that me learning the difference between what I'm bringing from the physical world over into the spiritual world. And he's absolutely right, because if you got some shit going on in the physical world and you lay down to go to the spiritual world, so let's be clear, when we go to that spiritual realm, you're also going over there to work out problems in the physical. You're also going over there to learn. You're also going over there to kick it, to visit, like Brother Will said, to fuck. So you're going over there to do different things. Now, for those of you real quick that are in the chat room, I dropped the number for you to jump online if you want to join us for overtime. So you're going over to that realm for different things. So, part of your spiritual growth, you have to start understanding within yourself where you're at when you're having these quote dreams. Now, don't get me wrong, that don't mean that every motherfucking dream you have, you gonna wake up out of your sleep and say, oh yeah, goddammit, I knew what that was about. It does not happen like that all the time. Sometimes it will have to take you sitting down, reflecting, and trying to come up with the reason. And then sometimes when you get a message and you were in the spiritual realm, you may not get the message fully, but I guarantee you those connections will be made for you to fully get the message. So the point being, you are this supreme being. You are a God within yourself. So you start using and practicing that subconscious mind will help you to not have to go outside of anyone, that you will start getting the answers within. Because at the end of the day, nobody can tell you more about you than you. But I'm sorry, go ahead on, Brother Will.
Yeah, I just want to add on to that. There's even dimensions in the dream world too.
Absolutely.
When I dream, I'm able to consciously know something is going on while I'm asleep. And what I mean by that is, let me see if I can, now, I don't know if I said this on the video before, but I remember one time I had some of that damn red sauce, that tomato sauce, and the shit gave me heartburn. I'm like, man, what this shit is? It's dangerous. And the goddess Night came through, and I was like, man, this shit tearing my ass up. So when I went to sleep, I saw somebody put a plate of blueberry pancakes in front of me. So I'm in a dream eating, okay? And when I woke up, the heartburn was gone. So, like I said, we have magical levels of that. When you get to higher dimensions. Me being in the dimension I'm in now, my dreams are lessons. When I suppose I have a video coming up, and a topic come about, and I don't know certain things on that topic, and I go to the mothers or I go to different goddesses, and I say, okay, look, drop some stuff on me overnight. Okay, and what they'll do is they'll come through and they'll drop some science on me while I'm sleeping. I'll wake up that next morning with pen and paper. Okay, and I didn't put a whole damn lecture together, and you know, and people are like, man, how the hell you got that shit from? You know, that came from the realm. So, you know, there's even levels to that because they will come through and do these kind of things, okay, and give you messages in the dreams, okay. Like the other night, they were testing my fear, okay. I'm just kind of playing, just trying to see, or not testing my fear, or testing to see if I even had some. Okay. So what they did was the goddess Night, she came through and she pressed her body on me. Okay. See, they can only come through and touch you and stuff like that when you're asleep. Okay. There's like a universal law, so to speak. And the people who are grabbed and touched by spirits, stuff like that, while they're up, okay, is either that they got permission to do that, because in the spirit realm there's a hierarchy. Okay, everybody is not on the same level as far as gods and goddesses is concerned. Okay, there's literally a hierarchy. Is the reason why they have, you know, the queen, the king, the prince, the princess, the security, the this, the that, and so forth and so on. There's a hierarchy. Okay, everybody's not just walking around on the same level. It's not like that at all. There are other deities that are more ancient than others. Okay, but what wound up happening was she came through and she laid on me. She put this pressure on me. Now I'm asleep, but I'm up and I'm talking through my spiritual voice, because we have two voices. Okay, we have a physical voice that we're using now, and the spiritual voice is the voice we usually use when we're talking about somebody. Okay, look at this big chick coming here smelling like that. You know that voice we use, that messy voice. You know that messy voice we use. So that's actually our spiritual voice, and that's how you talk to spirit. That's how you talk to the realm, and that's how I talk to the realm. Like I could be having a full conversation with someone, and at the same time, if I'm say I'm outside with a brother and I'm talking to him, and then his grandmother come through, and I'm sitting up there talking to him and his grandmother at the same time, physically and spiritually. Okay, so like I say, it's that spiritual voice. So I'm talking to her through the spiritual voice. I say, so what y'all doing here? And then I hear in the background somebody marching, clunk, 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 clunk. Sounded like they had some boots on. Then I heard a door slam, and I said, okay, who is that? She said, oh, that's Tough Newt. You know, we trying to just test you out a little bit, make sure you sharp, make sure you're on point. So, you know, like I said, the higher you go in this thing, you know, is dimensions that it's like a conquering, the conquering that happens within that body when you unlocking these chakras, or the 7-headed dragon, like the Bible talk about, which is the chakras. You know, so you know, but go ahead. I just wanted to drop that off.
No, that was good. You know, as you were explaining that, and I forgot to put something on the other sis that came before the last family. But I'm going to start with what you said, what just came to mind, because, you know, those of you that did not check out the movie Doctor Strange, particularly go check that out. It talks all about that spiritual realm, and that was more on the battle side. But what I liked about the movie is that it literally showed you the separation of the astral travel and how he had to learn to navigate in that spiritual world. And I think I shared with the family when, you know, I did a show on that particular movie that I could relate to it because as I was growing and learning spiritually, started learning the different worlds, realms rather, I got a sense of, I knew exactly in the part of the movie when he was learning how to kick ass and using those spiritual powers with the hands and all of that. So I'm saying all that to say it goes back to what I was sharing with Sis, is that, you know, you interpreting your dreams and understanding what is going on with the dreams, realizing where you are when you are dreaming. What realm are you really? That comes with some practice. I would encourage you to do it more often. I know when I first started dipping in that realm, I couldn't wait to take my monkey ass to sleep. I mean, literally, I would look forward to going to sleep and taking a nap. And once you get really good at it, soon as you sleep, you know you out of your body and you finna get into some shit. So I just encourage you to explore that. Now, the other Sis, real quick, what came to me when you were talking about that you didn't know why you were gravitating towards movies so much, until you essentially you learned that the movies, they put it in your face, hidden in plain sight. And again, all I wanted to say on that is you're absolutely right. And why do we think that the movie The Matrix was so goddamn popular? Because it was speaking to us, speaking to that ancient spiritual side, telling us, this is what the fuck that you're in. Do you see that you're supposed to be on the other side? You got to take that pill, wake up. So that was, to me, one of the baddest movies of, I say kind of our adult life per se, if you in your 30s and 40s, that was so popular with the masses because it was speaking to that spiritual side of you, saying, you see what's going on? Do you see what's really going on? And I guarantee you, the mass public still don't really get what that movie is about. They still don't really enter and understand why they loved it so much, why it resonated with them so much. So that's the other point I wanted to bring up to Sis with the movies. They are speaking to the true you. Okay,
can I add
absolutely,
something?
Absolutely.
As far as the Matrix, and once again, it brings us right back to, what I tell people to get into, and it's the plain meal, the brain, and the movie, the characters, Morpheus, or Osiris. That's Morpheus is Osiris. And Osiris is the father in the Bible, and the father is actually the plain Neo. Neo is the third eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was trying to get the third eye to understand that he was the one, i.e. the back of the dollar bill. The one. That's the reason why the back of the dollar bill has never changed. All the other bills have changed except the dollar. No coincidence. So there was even Moses in that movie when they went to go see the oracle. There was an old black man sitting down there when they went down the elevator with a staff in his hand. Okay, that was Moses. Okay, Moses is the opener of the way. It's not a man, it's an energy. Okay, right now everybody on this line is a Moses energy. Okay, the god Eshu from the Ifa, Papa Legba, Elegwa. All these particular energies, these are openers of the way. Okay, so it was crazy that all that leads back to the third eye, which was Neo. And I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes you can get a curveball too. Okay, it's not always a something right down the pike. It'll switch up on you. Okay, when the oracle told Neo, she said, "Okay, look, he going there thinking that he's about to be told that he's the one.
Yeah.
She told him he wasn't the one.
Mhm.
So what that did was that took the pressure off of him. And when the pressure left off him, he was able to go take care of the business, and then he realized he was the one.
Right.
Because
but he went thin. Mhm.
See what the realm do sometimes, and by me, communicating for the time I've been communicating, they'll tell you something that's way in left field, and then 2 weeks later or a month later, you catch back up to what they said. You like, God damn.
Yep.
Ain't that some shit?
Yep.
So that's actually what happened when the sister came on there with the whole crescent thing, because I was trying to figure out why me and a brother of mine, we actually had a hand in creating Islam. Okay, all this stuff come up out of Kemet, man. All this stuff come up out of Kemet. Okay, so and then it's crazy that all that came together. But they've been told me that, and I was trying to put it together, but it came together tonight. But back to those movies. If you didn't mind, I wanted to touch on a couple of these movies that people need to go see, and kind of give like a most people probably have saw them already, but don't understand them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
please
and
do
understand the purposes of these particular movies, and I'm not going to go in deep in. I'm just to kind of give you a little bit. Now, in '96, the movie, the first Independence Day came out in '96. Okay, and when you let me see this real quick.
And 425, I see you, sweetheart. I'm coming to you in a second.
Okay, and '96, the Independence Day came out. Okay, that was when a certain energy shift in the spirit realm. Okay, a certain energy shift to where it was starting the energy. Okay, that was heading to the end. All right, that's what 9/11 was about. And it kind of went into the whole the 1999 year and all of this type of stuff. And the whole 9/11 was people got stuck on the physical side, but that was spiritually, okay, a gate that had opened up. Okay, a lot of people said when they saw it was towers fell, it was two goddesses fighting each other. Okay, so it's much deeper than what we think. But and that movie came out in '96, and then 20 years later, 2016. The new Independence Day come out on the year of the 9, the turn of the divine feminine, and in that particular movie, there was a divine feminine in that particular movie, which they had to take out and all of that kind of stuff, with the new gods, okay, which actually was Will Smith's son and the crew, okay, all right, so a lot of these movies talk into what's about to happen. Okay, if you look at the movie, they had a movie called Cloverland. Okay, in the movie Cloverland, the name of the movie was Cloverland 10. Okay, the whole movie they was talking about something dark is outside and it's coming. Something dark is outside and it's coming, but can't nobody defeat it. Little white girl went out there and wound up killing the thing. Okay, and she went off to some street that said Interstate 10 or something like that. Basically talking about 10 being completion, 1 + 0 meaning a new beginning, and she represented the divine feminine. Okay, not necessarily the flesh, is the energy itself. Okay, the movie Batman versus Superman. Okay, basically Superman died in the movie. Okay, they got a guy by the name of KT, the arts degree, break down this movie here. He did about 7 hours breaking that shit down. But to kind of speed up the process, Superman wound up dying in the movie, and that symbolized the old gods. Okay, all this Jesus thing and the whole Yahweh thing. Okay, is going down now. Okay, all right, as far as people worshiping this energy, and then at the end of that movie, the little white boy, Lex Luthor, was in jail saying it's too late. They're already coming. The gates have been opened. The Satan beings are coming. Satan, Saturn, or Soot, the black Soot, the medulla oblongata in the back of your neck. Okay, which is the melanin. So, once again, that's us returning. Okay, all right, and that's that movie. Then they do a whole damn movie called Gods of Egypt. Okay, all right, people going on, man, you white people with that shit, man, kicking out shit. Now they let you know what's happening because the movie came out in February, so-called Black History Month, and is the only complete month of the year. 28 days, which is 10. 10 is completion. 1 plus 0 is new beginning. So they let you know who the complete beings are. It had nothing to do with a white man. It was about the energy. Okay, so these people know what the hell they're doing when they drop this stuff. Okay?
Right.
Then they had another movie, Captain America. Captain America, Civil War. Okay? When they had a white boy in this particular movie, okay, he had the group or the Avengers, they fighting each other.
Yep.
Okay, they're trying to take each other out, but in comes the Black Panther. Okay, all right. They let you know they got a new being that's coming.
Right.
And guess who defeats the white boy? The Black Panther. Okay, so they let you know that this thing is about to happen. The matriarchal system is done. Tell me the shit is over with, and then the white boy knew that shit.
Yep.
So, you know that shit. You put it in your face.
Yep,
you know?
Very good breakdown. I'm going to try to get through Gods of Egypt. It was just such a shitty movie. I couldn't get it past the first 5 minutes, but I'm going to try to open up my eye and look at it.
It's actually just
that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to try to get to that one. I'm like, oh, this is a horrible movie, but I'm going to try to get through it. Okay, you have two more calls, brother.
Okay, go.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. But see, you have to catch the stuff that they was putting in the movie. The gods in the movie was like walking 13 or 14 feet tall in the movie. Okay.
What?
Okay. Akhenaten in the 18th dynasty was 13 feet tall.
Right.
Okay. We were tall people. Back then, they were letting you know what's happening. See, and that's why we got to get deep into the information and then watch the movies. Okay, that's what I was telling people. Okay, before you throw the Bible in the trash can, put the Bible down, go into all this other information, then come back to the Bible. Now it's a brand new book.
It's going to make sense. Right. That's why we're supposed to use it all. And once the more you go and learn, you can start using discernment and you can start decoding. So I'm going to go, you have two calls, 425 and 843. Let me go to 425 first. Okay, 425, your line is open. Peace, beloved. How are you? I'm good.
Okay. What up with you, Will? This the God Cradles.
What's up, D? What's going on, man?
Nothing that much.
Right.
Yeah, didn't too much have a question, but just wanting everybody to know that, hey, the information that the gods and the goddesses are giving you, hey, you all need to take heed of that. I done finally tapped in probably about now almost a month, and it's wild. I mean, I'm out here right now, and the truck full of spirits out here,
Go on with it.
Don't be afraid to put these altars up. I know you get a little spooked because you watch a lot of the horror movies. You thinking Freddy Krueger, somebody going to come and pull you and drag you somewhere. Hey, that's bullshit. That's not going to happen. Because I'm one of the scariest people, But if you all want to know how to hook these altars up, me and Brother Will did a video on my Facebook page called Derek Yusufa Crowder's Pierce. And we got a video on there showing you how to hook up and set up all the altars, and it doesn't cost that much. So what I'm saying is you all need to do it. Because I'm out here talking right now, and I'm flying in the sky. It's fun, and it's so many levels.
Third eye meditation. Third eye meditation.
Yeah,
you need to talk about that.
Yep. That's all I wanted to comment on. And I appreciate what you all doing, getting this truth out here.
All right,
yes,
then, brother.
Sir.
Well,
yes, sir. Love you, guys. Love you for real, man.
Love y'all.
Okay, peace. Okay, peace. You too, brother. Peace and love. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Just I wanted to interject right quick.
Yeah, because I want to real quick. 843. I see you, sweetheart. I promise we're gonna get you in because I do. Let's touch on meditation. I know, Brother Sean, it might be what you wanted on. And let's talk on altars because I'm looking at mine now. But okay, well, you go ahead first, Brother Sean.
Yeah, first I wanted to interject on the Matrix, considering the original was created by a melanated woman. You think about it, the love Trinity.
What is that melanated woman's name that created it? I'm just saying.
I swear I had her name too. I'm glad you brought that up. Oh man, I'm glad you brought that. I damn sure forgot her name too.
Sophia Stewart. Sophia Stewart is her name. So I'm being sarcastic on how important that Sophia name is. So I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead on.
It was the divine feminine energy that actually helped pull all this off. Because if it wasn't for the love of Trinity saving him in the first one, the rest wouldn't have happened. I mean, originally the role of Neil was supposed to be played by Will Smith, and I think the role of Trinity was going to be offered to Jada.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And she came back in the later ones, the Revolution,
right,
and all the other Matrix. But that's a great point because you got to think about it. That's still that divine feminine, or whether she's blue, black, green, orange, or purple.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, her. What's the coincidence in her name being Trinity?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, you got to think about that. Like, and she was the one that kept pulling him. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep. Come on, you got to do this. And interestingly enough, that anytime in the movies, I tell the family this, when you see characters either dressed in all black, or they have black hair, or they have red hair, and they Caucasian, they're really telling you that's a melanated character.
Mm-hmm. Or just melanin itself, just letting you know that
or melanin
was actually
itself.
The ancestor. She actually played the role of the ancestors on that particular movie.
That makes sense.
You know, just that melanin, that feminine energy that guided everything. You know, because that's what goes on when you start to get to higher levels of yourself. You know, is either your grandmother gonna come through and start guiding you, your mother, okay, a person that you thought was your sister, but now you find out that she's one of the highest goddesses in these many universes. So it's like, damn. So that feminine energy come to you and wake your ass up. You know, it's very, very powerful, man. And that's crazy how you brought up the black woman who came up with that movie that came out of her energy. And the European thought he was going to get away with it, but the mothers don't play. So she hit him for about a cool bill or something like that she got with him, $1 billion or something she got off from people.
The Terminator too.
Yeah, she did the It was a few little movies. I bought her book where she literally puts out her original manuscript. And if you read it, you'll see where they took her manuscript and they broke it up into these different movies. And you'll clearly see in these movies how they came up with concept of the crystal pyramids, the ships, even Arnold's term, "I'll be back," that came straight from her manuscript. So, yeah, he literally took her manuscript and made several movies out of it. It's an easy read, that manuscript, and she has all the evidence backing it up, where she submitted it to Bastards, this, that, and the third. So it's really an easy read, and you know, I had bought it years ago as a way to support her, and Hollywood knows it because she was posed up in pictures with Arnold, Wesley, and a lot of those quote celebrities. So that they ultimately knew who wrote those movies. Now, interestingly enough, the cats that they claim wrote The Matrix, to me, one of them wound up kind of going a little crazy.
No, it wasn't a conda. It wasn't conda. It wasn't.
Okay.
The ancestors don't take light to thieves.
Yeah, he like
I'm
gone.
Tell you that now.
The
but you know, I want to touch on that too. About Transformers and how that was downloaded spiritually to her. See, until we actually, tap in, and when I mean tap in, I'm talking about the third eye meditation is a beast. I mean, it'll definitely bring you all over the place. When you really get the understanding of what Transformers really represent, see, a lot of our scholars, only had a certain level of information. And when I mean scholars, it was only certain people I really respect, and that's just me, because I don't call just because you are a certain age, you are elder. First of all, we talk about L. You gotta understand you're God. If you ain't teaching us about being God, you're not an elder. You just an old motherfucker. Okay, and that's all it is. So, but some of them teach how the reason why we had these particular beings on the walls, it was the human bodies with the animal heads. Okay, we just connected with the animals. Now it was deeper than that. When that black woman got that downloaded through her spirit from Transformers, because we had them abilities. Okay, if you watch Conan the Barbarian, some of the older Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian, what they used to do is they used to kill the lion and put the lion's head on top of their head. Okay, and the reason why they did that is because when it was in Kemet 3,000 years ago or 4,000 years ago, when we used to go to war, our heads are literally changed. People don't understand how magical of a people we are. I'm telling you, this third eye meditation, that young brother who was on the phone talking earlier, who with the Nigerian accent, okay, he turned into a falcon. Okay,
so that's the hint
third eye
shapeshifter,
meditation,
right? Isn't that shape shifting? But at the same time, okay, they have made it to be something else. Okay, anytime they start talking about that shape shifting, that's some spook stuff, and this is what we was doing. Okay, when it was time for war, okay, them goddesses and many of those queens, okay, their heads will literally turn. Okay, they have pictures right now, okay, that you can go to on and just check out the walls. Just check out all the walls. Okay, you really think these people just was in love with animals that much to where they just want to make their heads into a falcon? See, we look at stuff from this particular level, this third dimension bullshit. Okay, we got to understand we were not the same people. Okay, we were a different breed of energy. Okay, all right. If we were the same people as we were in Kemet, okay, we could make a damn pyramid today like it's nothing. But you mean to tell me the pyramid still can't be done today? Right.
So how the hell are we the same people? So obviously they had some magic working with them. Something was going on, and why the hell did they take those cornerstones or those capstones off top of the damn pyramids? Okay, because it connected to our pioneer, but that's another story. We were very, very magical beings. Okay, very magical beings, and we had these abilities. as soon as you brought up Transformers, the goddess Stephanie went into her lioness form just now. And I ain't just talking about this.
That's interesting that you brought up segment because as you were talking about the shape shifting.
Oh, nah, this Stephanie here. This Stephanie.
Okay.
It's more than one. It's more than
okay. Because segment came to my mind. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a ritual for her crazy ass too. She'll fuck with people. I ain't get into all that. Don't mind me. You know, I like getting people fucked up because people stupid out here. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to bring on 843. I know you've been holding on. Thanks for being so patient. So let me do 843. Your line is open.
Hello.
Yes. Greetings, 843.
Peace and love, my sister.
Peace and love, sis.
And my brother. Peace and love. I have two things that I got several, but I'm not a lot. But I'm just gonna tell you about two things that happened to me in my life. That I had a sister. I took a nap one afternoon, and I have a sister that she kind of bossy, but she have good intentions. And I lay down, and I had this. I don't know whether it was a vision or whatever, but it was like a peaceable voice, a kind, lovely voice was telling me that I see good in her. And then there was a voice in one side of my ear saying that she's bad, she's evil. And this peaceful voice said, but I still see good. And that voice would keep. And when I came out of it, I was crying till the water was all under my chain. And 2 weeks later, I was in a place. And I got a phone call and say that my sister had died. She died for 25 minutes. And she stayed on the ventilator for 14 days. And I stayed with her every day. And I would go and tell her and speak in her ear. And I would say, God, you say you see good in her, bring her back. Because I would see her eyes flinching, her hand moving, but the doctors and the nurse would always tell me that just the machine. Y'all need to go ahead and give up. But one morning I came in, and they took it off her that night, and she breathed on her own, and she's alive today. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I was 20 years old, and I had this, it was in the night, and it got so dark in my room. It's like it was so dark when I look up, I still couldn't see nothing but dark. And I couldn't move. But I was so heavy, and I was trying to call my sister that was in the room with me. She had a bed across the room, and I couldn't open my mouth. But there was, from the top of the dark room, there was drops of blood that would fall on my leg. And it was so cold that every time a drop of blood would fall on my leg, I would twitch because it was so cold. And I tried to move, and I couldn't move. But after Wendy, the whole verse came on my leg. Something said, read. And when I read, it say, knock, and those shall be opened. Seek, and you shall find. Ask, and it shall be given to you. And when I was reading, I could have moved. I have several more things, but all these things happen. And just like I heard the young man was saying, I can be sitting down in my kitchen, just like I'm holding a conversation with someone, and then I can talk to them. When I see them after, I can get on the phone and call them and tell them, don't go that way, or something, you know. And I just wanted to know, is that something that spiritually that I have in me?
Well, first, I want most of our melanated women, especially our women who like born in the 70s, 60s, stuff like that, and further back. Many of them are stone-born Christians, but they knee deep in the spirit realm. Okay, is certain things with certain energies within you that you are just naturally like this. Okay, you are just. Let me see. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. You know, I always listen. I listen to see what they have to say.
Okay.
When I hear stuff like that, and I hear messages given to you, and then you give messages to other people and things of that nature, that's just a part of who you are. Okay, and you are an ancient goddess. Yeah, you are a very old goddess. Yeah, in the spirit realm. Okay, and it don't matter if you're in church or not, you're gonna be who you're gonna be. See, sometimes spirit's so strong. Okay, you could praise Jesus and at the same time be talking to your great aunt who transitioned 30 years ago. It don't even matter. So that lets you know the power of who we really are. Okay, you could be indoctrinated all day long, but it's in you to be that person, and you are a very ancient goddess. And what I'm getting is you are one of the older mothers on
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You've been doing this work for quite some time. Matter of fact, let me give you this real quick, because they telling me to call you Mama, so I'm gonna call you Mama.
Thank you.
Anytime I talk to certain women, I get the feeling I need to call you Mama. It's out of nothing but respect and love. So that's what I'm gonna call you. So Mama, I want you to understand this, okay? Just to let you know how long you've been doing this thing. Now, I'm not going to go back millions of years. I'm not going to do that at all. I'm going to just go back 10,000 years. Okay? All right? Okay. In the past 10,000 years, you have had 7,900 past lives. So you have been leaving and coming back doing the spiritual work for quite some time. See, many of us think we've only been here once or twice. I think I've been here before. No. We leave and come back, leave and come back. To get the experience and take it back with you. The more experiences you have in the human body, the more powerful you become as a goddess. So that's why right now you having these experiences, and what I'm getting now, that ain't nothing compared to all the experiences you've had your whole lifetime. You had a bunch of stuff happen.
Yes.
Okay. And it's just the most recent ones. Go ahead.
When I was a child, I could be out playing in the yard, outside, and I could see a lady coming, a man, and I could be talking to them, and my mother would come and say, "Who are you talking to?" And I said, "That lady or that man," and they would say, "Oh, you need to stop that. You ain't see nobody."
Yeah. Like I said, they just told me this not your first rodeo with the spirit.
Yes.
And you've been doing this thing for multi-thousands. Yeah, you've been doing this thing for quite some time, and those were your great grandparents who used to come see you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they still hang around you from time to time too.
Okay. And Rhonda, I just want to tell you how I enjoy your show. It's the first time it was over a year ago I listened at you, but I never would say nothing. And listening at you tonight, I enjoyed the show. I had to say what went on in my life and still goes on in my life. I can't tell it all, but I just pick out two things, and I thank you all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming in and sharing with us, beloved. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And peace and love, and I'll yield back to you.
Okay, peace and love to you, beloved.
Peace and love.
Okay, 111, we have you, 111, let me bring you in, sweetheart. 111, your line is open.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yes. When you were talking about the women being matriarch, I have a question. I want to know if I'm wrong or right about this. About her being the head, she's not supposed to give her name up, is she? Because that's where her bloodline comes through, her last name. She's not supposed to give that up, is she?
Well, see, it's certain things that we have to kind of back up from, okay, spiritually. Now I'm gonna tell you this. Physically, I mean, in Kemet, okay, she used to have her name and give it to all her girls, okay, and the king will have his own name, okay, but it's the system that we're in that changed everything. So right now we ass backwards and upside down, you know, at this particular point, you know. But she's not supposed to give it the name, no.
Right, because that way everything stays in order through her blood trait, through her DNA.
Okay.
Her DNA.
Yeah, physically, yeah.
Physically, yeah, on the physical side. So like you said, this is something that was changed by a system.
Yeah, and like I said, there's nothing, and this is one of the main things that we have to understand, okay? In order for you to get out of bed in the morning, to whether you go answer your phone, make your coffee, use the bed, whatever it is you do that morning, you have to think about it. And when I mean think about it, I'm talking about thought. Thought comes from the spirit, okay? Right. Thought is spiritual. So nothing goes on without thinking about it first, okay? So when I talk about something physical, you always have to go back to the spiritual implications on it, okay? Right. And how things change. It changed because she forgot how powerful she was. Okay, we been who we were. We some simple ass dudes, man. Man, we don't want much, man. Man, you give us a bill, maybe some damn French fries and some football or something, and our silly ass gonna sit down and be all right. You know, so it's not much that we want, but you know. As time changed, you know, she forgot that particular thing, and that was because of this particular trapping of the plain meal. But that was all a part of it. That was all a part of the plan, though, because the only way you could become something much better is if you get hurt and go down. Okay, because that's the only way you're gonna rise up. That's it. Right. So it had to happen regardless. Every caterpillar has the cocoon stage, and that's what we're coming up out of.
Right. I hope it can't get no worse now. They can't do nothing but go up now.
Oh yeah.
We also the conscious ones have to be behind her.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You know, is many of us that we have to stop supporting, man. I you know, sometimes people say, man, you hating on your own people. I said, man, anytime someone is against the female, I go in. I go in because my mama looking at me. My mama transitioned in 2012, and she ain't raised no food. So if you going against that goddess, man, I'll chop the fucking head off, man.
Right.
Straight like that.
Right. Well, that was my question. I just wanted to be sure on that because I always felt like she shouldn't have never give up her last name on the physical plane because that keeps things in track all the way down through the bloodlines. You know who's who, and I feel like that was I feel like that was destroyed right now. You know, names is all over the place now when it comes to us, and you know Yeah. So, and I'm gonna yield, and peace and love to y'all, family.
Okay.
Much love, family. Much love.
Peace unto you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, family. So he was the last call in queue, and we only really have 10 minutes. I don't know why this board is getting stuck. It's been clowning all night, y'all. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just wanted to, we're going to start to wrap up. So before we do, Brother Will, I would like for you, if you don't mind, to give out your information to the family. Let them know some of the things that you do behind the scenes. You know, let them know your YouTube channel. I know you do Facebook Live as well, and then also get into some of the consultation work if folk are interested as well, how to contact you.
If y'all interested in getting the information, you know, my YouTube channel is Will Copprue, same thing. On Facebook, Will Copprue. I do readings, consultations, readings. The readings consist of past life, present, and we're going to touch on who you are spiritually, whether you are an ancient god or a goddess, or you one of the descendants, one of the children of the ancient god or goddess, okay, which makes you the demigod, another powerful being. So, I mean, it is what it is on who you are. So, those readings are 30 minutes, $15. Usually, my readings usually go about a damn hour sometimes, because I don't cut nobody off because of time. Because when the energy starts flowing, the people's ancestors start coming through, and that usually helps them out, and that's how I have a lot of people coming back, customers coming back and back and back, getting more information and things like that to do to keep their journey going. And I do consultations. The consultation is usually for an hour, for $40. The consultation, you can just, whatever, especially for the people who are just coming into the consciousness, any questions you can even think about. Whatever question is on your mind, we can get into all of these particular questions, and my consultations usually go for an hour or more. Some of them went for 2 hours. I get to some point where I had a consultation for $40 for 3 hours, and the person I was talking to donated some more, because they just appreciated the love that was being given. So if you're interested in this, you can check out my page on YouTube. You can contact me there, or you can check me out on Facebook, inbox me, okay? Give me a little minute to get back to you, because I have a lot of people who inbox me every day, So, and if you contact me on my phone, okay, calling is not the best idea, okay? My number for the family is 504-617-3133. 504-617-3133. It's best that you send me a text message, so I can go ahead on and get you set up for the reading and everything. So using them phone calls, I don't want to be answering all of them weird ass numbers, all the time. So like I said, if y'all want it, fam, I'm available. I do this work every day. I don't have no days off. I try to sometimes, but I love the people too much to shut the people down. So just get with me, family. Will Copprue, WILL, last name Copprue, COPPRUE. That's me.
Okay, and I just wanted to add that if you did want to book a reading or a consultation, you can also go to paypal.me/Will Copprue. And I guess you have the instructions on here, brother, that after they select what they want to do, after they make the payment, you'll get an email, and then you'll get his availability. So that's another way too. If you know what you want to do, you can go directly to paypal.me/Will Copprue. So I want to put that out there as well. So before we let you go, because we only have like 4 minutes, so we'll start with Brother Wendell. You've been kind of quiet there. You have any last words for Brother Will or for the family?
I'm kind of listening and working too. Oh, I got a question for the brother. Since you down in the New Orleans area, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not down there now, but yeah, that's where I'm from.
Yeah. Do you know what the hell was going on down there that they got a tornado in February?
Hey, like I said, Matthew 12:42, the Queen of the South will come into the generation and condemn it. I mean, Mama Oya, man. Matter of fact, my brother Derek, who came on the phone, who said he got a lot of beans around him, that's actually his grandmother. Okay? She incarnated. See, what we don't understand is, we look at these particular deities, we talk about the goddess Kali and things of this nature, but there's somebody on this planet who is the goddess Kali.
Yeah.
Okay? We are these beings. We are not separate from them. We are them.
Right.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, Queen, whenever you're ready, you get with me.
I'm gonna hit you up now.
Because me, you're gonna be on the phone about 7 hours already.
I know. So I'm just gonna hit your account up like blam, 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 blam. Okay, come on, let's split it up.
Yes, ma'am. But it's crazy
yeah.
going down there, and I'm gonna tell you though, man. A lot of that property that got hit was for the white folk, because when the white folk came through with all that gentrification, those same houses that before Hurricane Katrina was about $500 a month. The same houses, now they're about $1,300 a month. Okay, so now when the goddess come through with them 3 tornadoes, that's that crazy energy. She come through with these tornadoes and nobody died. Nobody. So you can understand when a European do something, and when one of the goddesses, trying to get us to wake the hell up. Look here, black people. Okay, I tried to tell y'all that these white folks is using y'all. Well, yeah, you still want to be in these houses. You still want to kill yourself, working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to pay this damn note, this mortgage, and all of this shit here. Well, you don't have to, but you know what? I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna knock that motherfucker down.
All right. Okay, so Brother Sean, because we got like 4 minutes, you have any last words for Brother Will, last words for the family?
Yeah. Brother Will, I want to thank you for coming on.
Hey, man, I thank you, brother. I thank you, brother, because you kept on coming at me. Hey, man, my girl busted, but she owned it, man. I want you to come on, check it out, stuff like that, man. So I thank you, brother, for real, man.
Right. And family, get that consultation, get that reading. I had one with him.
Shoot, it's going to be on and popping. I'm going to hit his account up, and we got some stuff to discuss. So, okay, I know they're going to cut us off. I'm sorry, go ahead on, brother.
I just wanted to say the God that I'm equated with is APAP.
Okay. Well, Brother Will, I just want to thank you so much. I am so glad you joined us tonight. It has been an honor and my pleasure. I'm glad we connected, and I think this is definitely a true beginning. So I definitely want you to come back, but we're going to be talking offline on a lot of other stuff. So I really thank you from the bottom of my soul. I appreciate it. I also want to thank Brother Will's family of listeners as well. Thank you for joining us. I see you were in house as well. We appreciate you joining us, coming in the queue, putting something on it, or just your presence as well. And of course, thanks to the Truth Uncompromised family for your love and support as well. So next week, I will not do a live show. It is my Earth Day, one day next week. So I got some things to do, but I am going to rebroadcast. So you can come on and listen to a rebroadcast, and I'm actually going to do a rebroadcast of Omar when he was with us last year. Okay, so I'll rebroadcast that. You can check the promos. So there won't be a live Q&A and all of that. It will be a replay. So with that said, family, I want to thank you so much for your love and support. I'm going to rock out, but we're going to cut off anyway. But love you all very much, family.
I'm a bad